I believe we are live, gentlemen. Good evening, all, and
Good evening, mate.
Evening, everybody.
To Gaz's Coip on live. I believe, and I did it again every time. I never mute that other channel. Well, usual thing, guys. We're about to kick off this evening's show, and we are going to kick it off like this. At the back. Yeah, she is. This would have, if I were going to pick this show. There you go, guys. I would have picked that one. Still got a lot more up to come. Nice patterning, nice separation. Look at that. Beautiful fish. And again, check this out, guys. This is something else. That is beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Yeah. Nice wild common trout coming up for a piece of bread. Perfect. Let's have a look at his koi facility again and look at this full cherry blossom. Absolutely beautiful. I'm going to get from the other side so we've got the sun behind us so that you can see this bit. This is absolutely stunning. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Beautiful. Without further ado, I'll get us inside, have a look round, and let you see what you think. Catches in it. In this whole complex, the fish is stunning. Absolutely beautiful. One bat after another, really nice, exactly there. Welcome back. Hold for a second there, Dal. Oh, there we go. I thought we were having technical. I thought when your screen went black, I thought, oh, Daz has got a phone call. He'll be missing the introduction. Never mind. I hope everybody's good. I hope everybody's had a good week. So then, gents, how's your week been? You been busy, as always?
Always, yeah.
Yeah.
You've been having a bit of a bushman's holiday this last day or two, Daz, doing some work at home instead of work for other people's homes.
Yes, more of the same at home. Yeah, I've been setting up a big shed for my daughter's hamster business. She's already outgrown the 6B8, so I'll put a 10B8 up. It's a monster. It's about to kill me.
Have you managed to claim back the living room yet then?
Yeah, I've got to panel it out yet and put all the shelving in and do the windows and everything else. But yeah, eventually I will get the laptop back at my house.
It's prepped and ready everywhere outside. You just got to get all the internals a bit done to it now.
This is it. Yeah, it's all watertight now. I've just got the internals to do and the electrics.
Good do. Well, we'll have a quick chat with Mick. What you been up to, mate? Anything happened this week? News you want to share or?
Went to a fish auction last
did you last Sunday?
on Sunday.
What do you think of that?
Colin, we enjoyed it. Really good day.
It was a good day out.
Yeah. Got a nice fish, didn't you, Des?
Yeah, got a nice Hannah Shisui and some nice goldies, some blackmores and pandamore, and
that remind me the next time I come down to bring that blackmore down.
Oh yes,
that's definitely a female, because the two others that I know in there that are males, the two Sarasa Comets, they're always chasing it around springtime. Definitely a female, and it's a good size. So you'll probably
good fish size. Yeah, good fish, good size.
your breeding program if you're going to start going into them.
Yeah.
Anything like the googly-eyed ones.
With telescopes.
They are,
Yeah. I don't mind telescopes. It's the bubble eyes.
Bubble eyes.
Oh yeah, well they've got the.
They
big,
look too delicate. Yeah.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
I don't particularly like look at them ones. They look like they could just be popped, don't they? Like,
Yeah. If you lift them out of the water, they look like they just burst.
yeah.
They go flat.
Yeah.
Think a bit of recollection on the intro. You know when you walk down in that and you walk to the blossom tree.
Yeah.
You remember me and you were stood underneath that blossom tree 2 minutes before you filmed that, and all you hit is a bee buzzing.
It does. It's like being next to a beehive.
And they weren't just every flower you looked at were covered in them. You could hear the hum. It didn't pick you up on camera. Well, it might have actually done on camera. I'd have to listen back to video.
It was crazy. The amount of people
definitely hear a buzz.
There was.
Drives you mad, doesn't it, when it drops all blossom everywhere?
The trouble is, they'll keep flying in the polytunnel as well, or the bees do.
Yeah.
I'm always running around with a net shooing them out the door.
Protein if they land on pond, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, we'll go through a few comments and then we'll kick the show off with a couple of us topics we've got for this evening. First of all, we've got Hillsley that says, "Hi all." How are you doing? Good.
All right.
Hillsley cupcakes with thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up from Vince. Hope you're well, Vince. Kushti Koi says, "Hi all."
Hi, Kushti.
All right.
How's it going? Koi Collector, evening all. Hope everyone's good. And hope you too, mate. Very well, thank you from this side. Mike Bass says, "Hi guys from the Latin shores of Ullswater." He's away again.
He's on holiday again.
Holiday again.
Are you actually on a boat then, I guess, maybe? Kind of thing? Or are you just near it? Mike KH says, "Hi, good evening all." How's it going, Mike? Hope you're well, mate.
Evening, Mike.
Long time no see. West Brom Coy says, "Evening all."
Evening,
nice. Welcome to the show, mate. I think that's a new name. I don't think I've seen that one before.
Yeah, I haven't.
Ramsey's DIY Koi Pond. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Lee. Mucker. How's it going, bud? Hope you're well. Skeggy steps in the house with a boom.
Evening, Skeggs.
Eddie Klutzlaw says, "Evening." Good evening, Eddie. Hope you're well. Doing up the good. Peter's Puddles, Koi and Goldfish says, "Evening, guys." Evening, Peter.
Hi, Peter.
We will touch on it a little bit, mate, for you as well, if we can. See what we can put together from everybody's opinions. But we will have a chat. I'll catch up with you later on as well, mate. We'll do a video call, see if we can help you out. DT Koi says, "Evening, everyone."
Evening, mate.
Evening, DT, or Dave. Sorry, that one. Right, that's not your name, DT, is it? It's Dave. We've got evening all from Simon Shears. How you doing, Simon? Hope you're good. Hertz Koi says, "Evening all." How's it going, mate? How's them fly doing? Actually, when we're talking on that one, did you recently just put out a show on your fry? Because looking at them fish, mate, they might be a bit of an issue. They looked like a lot of them were clamped and they were gasping at the surface. I'm not saying there's anything wrong, but it might be worthwhile having somebody check them or do you a scrape on a couple of them if you can, mate. There might be some just not right. I'm not saying there is, but rather
could be water parameters.
Yeah, I'd rather be, pointing out something that I spotted and noticed than not saying anything and you start losing any, mate. So just in case, might be worth having a check on your water params. DT Koi says, "Hard graft at work." Certainly is. Anyone want your own business plan? Business plant or business plan? Which one? Evening all, sorry can't be with you. And did I just hear Daz doing electrics?
No, actually, it's my mate Rich across the way. He's an electrician. He's been doing electrics.
There you go.
I was using the Royal We.
Yeah.
Edinburgh's Koi from Steve says, "Good evening all." Sorry, Daz cut you off. Apologies, mate. Ramsey's DIY says, "All good, thanks, muckers." Oh, here we go. Skeggy says, "Hi guys, full of cold. Is it man flu or is it just a cold? Man flu, mate. If it's man flu, then you definitely need some extra help from your lass because we all know how bad man flu is.
Yeah.
No lady will ever experience the true feeling of man flu. Sorry, just man flu. Like Yorkies, they're just man's chocolate as well." West Brom Coy. I was formerly Jack Coy. Changed the name as some couldn't pronounce it properly. Ah, right. Jack Coy. I hope that's me pronouncing it right, mate, when I just said it twice. I hope I didn't say it right. Reasons why you changed your name. Gary Stevens says, "Evening, chaps. Hope everyone is fine. All good this side, mate. Thank you very much, Gary, as well." Kurt Coy says, "Yeah, I did. I had a filter issue. They're all okay now. Sweet, mate. That's good news. I'm glad I said something that leads that way. Then you're not going to be in a position where you could have had any problems. But sweet, good news, mate. Mind your own business plan, also known as Baby's Tier."
Oh, yes. Yeah, I know what you mean now. Yeah. No. For your backy shower, is it?
Yeah. Now, the only thing with Mind Your Own Business, or otherwise known as Baby's Tier, it is very invasive. Once you get it in your garden, if it gets in a rockery, it will spread like crazy, and it spreads absolutely everywhere.
Yeah, take it from me. Its proper name is Rayulia. It comes from Rayoul Island in New Zealand, and it is nasty. If you don't ever plant it in the garden, people put it in the rockeries, and it kind of like you cannot. The tiny little sort of black roots, you can never get rid of it. I've buried it in 4 ton of compost. Rotted it down completely, spread it out, and about a year later, it starts to come up in the soil from the compost. It's just indestructible. Yeah, so, be careful with it.
Good stuff in your shower.
In your shower, perfect. Yeah.
Not good if you get it anywhere else in your garden. Apparently, it spreads like wildfire. But unfortunately, I don't need any because I don't have a shower yet. But that's maybe next year's project. Mind your own business. It's Baby's Tier. The oak plant grows on showers. Wait through man flu.
Yeah, that's the best way to get rid of it. Work through it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, sweat it out. Children back at school spreading germs, man flu. LOL. Fun Life says, "Good evening, everyone. Hope you're all well. Good evening. I hope you're all well too, mate." Carlos, he says, "Evening all. How you doing, Carlos? Hope you're good."
Hi, Carlos.
Ramsey DIY says, "Nah, at DT Coy, you're missing the trick there, mucker. Play on man flu. Get waited on." That's the one. Nothing wrong with it. Lovely on the back here. Oh yeah, brilliant, mate. Yeah, but it does spread really, really fast. Plant some in your garden, mate. See, just
no, don't. Even glyphosate won't kill the damn stuff.
If you still think it's as good in 12 months' time when it's turned into your lawn. Carol Lawson says, "Good evening, everyone. How are you doing, Carol?"
Good evening, Carol.
How's Snowy and the rest of the gang doing? I hope they're all good. I seem to always kill it. Aha.
Yeah. I seem to kill any plant.
Yeah, you did have a few go a bit down there.
You
certainly can't overwater Baby's Tier, that is for sure, especially not when it's in a backy shower. It's just trickling past it constantly, isn't it? So
I've had it grow into people's lawns, and you just cannot eradicate it. There's no way. I've even skimmed the turf up, put new turf down. It's grown back through the turf. Nightmare.
You know that weed.
Go on, mate.
You know that weed. You know that weed I found, and you said, "Oh, you don't want to plant that." Guess what? It's dead. I killed it.
Weeds. Talking of lawns, I've got clover in my lawn. Now I think it's brilliant because lawn don't grow half as fast where it is. But if you wanted to get rid of it, what do you do? What's the best thing?
Super Verdo, selective lawn weed killer. Spray it on and just leave it to die off because clover, like a lot of the leguminous plants, it fixes nitrogen in the roots. If you ever dig any up, you see little white nodules on the roots, and they're actually like cysts full of nitrogen. So it absorbs nitrogen out the air and fixes it in the ground in these like little storage bowls. and it's like putting fertilizer in your soil.
So in theory, it's probably doing the lawn area more good rather than getting rid of it.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's invasive. It will outcompete the grass to a degree. But if you weaken it and leave it to die off in the lawn, it will actually feed the remaining grass and it'll green up faster.
Oh, right, sweet. Right. I've got to say, because some patches did spread further, but that seems to have gone back a bit, and the grass has come through. And now we're hoping turn my whole lawn into it for all me. You only have to cut your grass in them areas like every 5 or 6 weeks, as opposed to
The only trouble in winter though, that it loses its leaves and it tends to go a bit muddy.
Yeah, and it looks crap. Yeah, that's the other downside. DT says that Ramsey, no mate. Bills need paying better than banana on pizza. Laughing faces. Christy Coy, I had a backy shower and it didn't grow in mine. Oh, that's right. Look at Vince's and look at, for example, well, there's a fair few other YouTubers out there that have got it growing on theirs. And it seems to be growing like crazy. Some of them even take cuttings of it and spread it into next year and next year and next year and over.
To be fair though, Gaz, there's about 3 different species of plant that are all called baby's tears or
right.
Selaginella is another one. So it depends which particular plant you've got. You might think you've got baby's tears and it might not actually be the baby's tears.
Right. So the best one you want to really get is from somebody that's already got it established and growing in their shower.
Somebody that's got it established, or from an aquatic dealer rather than a garden centre.
Yeah. A lot of garden centres won't stock it though, Daz. They told me that a lot of places don't stock it because it is so evasive. But
yeah.
Carol says, I can't get baby's tear to grow in my shower. Tried twice. Again,
maybe your media, your substrate isn't quite right for it. It might be too damp.
Maybe you've not got enough nitrates for it to survive in your water.
Yeah.
Mike Coy Journey says, good evening all. Good evening. Hope you're good, mate.
Evening.
Carlos C says, I've got man flu too. DT. LOL. Carol says she's all good. Mike says, camped at Pooley Bridge in the caravan, not the boat, LOL. I have reed beds growing through my clover, but no grass in the lawn. That sounds like mine, mate. Mine's been very more and more clover. Whoa. Sorry. That was my plec just smashed off a big rock in tank then, and that made a right bang. Clover is great on crumpets.
Yeah.
We've got an LOL Mike KH, thumbs up and a laughing face from Mike. Black Country Coy Bloke says, I've been you. Oh no, I forgot the saying to say back. God damn it.
I've been you too.
I've been good, mate. How about you? Something like that, I think. At DT Coy, you can't beat banana and tuna on a pizza.
Oh,
tuna fish.
No.
Tuna fish,
yes.
mayonnaise and curry powder on a pizza, on a garlic bread. Tuna fish, mayonnaise and curry powder on a garlic bread base. Whew, well, nice. Like that.
Yeah, I'd go with that.
Yeah, it's really good. DT Coy says, here we go. Got man flu. Have you really just want life services? Laugh my ass off. Carol, I had some sent from Devon Coy. You could be right in saying about not enough nitrates. Yeah, possibly. If there's, not a lot in there because your water system's clearing it, removing it.
Yeah. End of the day, it's hydroponics, isn't it? If the food element's not there, the plant is going to thrive.
Yeah, definitely. Twisted Coy says, mine gets plenty of food with the amount of food my koi eat. Having big koi is great, but feck do they eat it.
Yeah. We was only saying that yesterday. What was it yesterday or today? About how much food we're getting through. It's crazy.
It is a lot. Well, perhaps maybe a little more than what we really should have been. But it was a science project, which we were all of us trying to see how much growth we could get on it and how far we could push it before we ended up with any kind of issues. West Brom Coy says, interesting video about the Vercon Derby. I was going to watch that today at dinner time, but I couldn't get a goddamn signal. And I saw it on my subscribers list, and I was going to watch it, mate. I will have a watch later on. Ramsey's DIY says, that sounds spanking, guys. It is, mate. It's proper nice. Really good. Black Country Koi says, cheers, pal. Thumbs up to West Brom Koi. So then we've got to the bottom of the introductions. Let's kick off this evening's topics, where I'm going to ask you two a couple of questions. See what you think today. What do you both look for when you go into your local, your best place, your favourite place or whatever? What do you look for in a good koi? And what would be your advice to others looking to find the koi that they would be interested in?
I'll
put that one first of all to Daz. Go on, Daz.
First, I will be looking to make sure nothing's flashing, flicking, or any kind of fungus or anything on them. If they're all looking healthy, then I'd look at the body shape of the fish. If I was looking for a male, I'd look for a nice, thin, torpedo-shaped fish. Or if I was looking for a female, me personally, I'd be looking for a full of spawn. So I could breed from it. And then colour pattern. I used to be all about the colour pattern, but not so much now. My views have changed. It is more body shape first, and a nice pattern. Like if I was looking for something like a Sankey, I'd look for like a 3-step Gahaku pattern underneath the Sumi. Just things like that, really, and then price.
The price. Is that what you do?
Do my head in? I just liked it.
Is that what you do when you get the right price?
Yeah.
Give me a good clapping job. Thanks very much. Right, then, Mick. Same question for you, mate. And if anybody else wants to put out any of their answers or what they would do and what they would look for, because obviously people read through comments to get the chance and the opportunity of seeing what many person thinks about said topic. So feel free to leave your answers in there.
Yeah, body shape. Me would be body shape and colour, but not overdeveloped colour. Always, like you know what kind of fish I'm going to say. A shower. Yeah, a shower. You're looking for a nice balanced pattern, but underlying Sumi. If the belly's up, it don't really matter. But if the Sumi's, have a look where the Sumi's developing on the fish. That's my number one tip if you're going for a shower. And Yamabuki Ogon. People think, go for the brightest colour Yamabuki Ogon. Don't. Go for the weakest yellow looking Ogon. Because if it's a Tosai, that fish is going to develop into something a lot nicer than the bright gold ones what you see. That's just the bright gold ones what you see at, say, places like garden centres on the
this sort of size and already super yellow.
It's bright yellow. They're not going to be any different. You'll find they'll go specular. Where I've got
shimmies, don't they? I've noticed that.
Yeah. I've got a Izumia, what's it called? Yamabuki Ogon out there. And if you noticed, last year it was like a whitey yellow colour.
Yes, it
now
was.
it's just going not a nice buttery yellow now.
Yeah.
So hopefully, I don't want it to go bright gold or yellow. I'd like it to stay as it is, but we'll see. Like I say, that's my two. They're my two favourite fish, so I can go for them too.
So Daz. Well, just out of interest, if let's say you were looking for a fish, what fish would you be picking then as your choice? Like we knew it was going to be a shower, didn't we? But obviously,
well, to be honest, Gaz,
what would you be? Because you're a bit of a Sankey fave, aren't you?
Well, I do like Sankeys. Yeah, I've got a few nice ones in the pond, and I always got a bit of a soft spot for them. But having said that, I'm a bit like you guys. I like looking for something that's a bit unusual. If there's something out there that's unique, then I'm very interested in it, especially from a breeding standpoint. Yeah.
So you've got something different that might throw something different into your next spawn.
Yeah. Sweet. But it depends what you've got in your pond as well, because I know a lot of people that say, I've got a lot of orange, I want something different. And you do have to balance your pond. Otherwise, you get a lot of, Sankey, and they all sort of look pretty much the same, don't they?
That's what Jeff's been saying, hasn't he, the last couple of days. He wants to get a bit of white in there because everything's kind of orange and ghost Sankey colours. It's looking pretty much a mass of all the same when they're coming up to the front of his window, which, although they are very nice fish, you having that odd couple of different coloured ones in there just to throw something different in puts a bit of a break between
a chagoy or something, you know.
Yeah.
Just add a bit of different element to it.
Well, I've done a couple of the comments because there's a few people that have. Carol's put in one first of all, which is a little bit off topic, but we'll come back to what we're doing. Just got different wheat germs to try the next few months. Evolution Hacker got 6 kg, so hope they're hungry. LOL. There we go. Right.
Yeah, very good.
We'll touch on something about that in a bit, Carol.
Yeah.
Decoy. I look for body shape also. There you go.
Yeah.
Vince asks Carol, why are you feeding wheat germ this early? Toy collector. I look at the price, then walk out. Black Country Koi Blokes, Davy Koi says, just for the people who don't know, guys, can you explain a good body shape? We've lost Mick. He disappeared, being abducted. What would you look for in your good body shape then, Daz?
For a male, definitely torpedo shape.
Anything else that would take you?
Good length on a fish as well. Nothing stumpy and short, because if you get a short, stumpy fish, it's never going to reach much of a size. And they'll just tend to get wider rather than they don't look out of proportion. But for a female, you want a fish with decent sized shoulders on it, good sized frame, and like I say, from my point of view, big belly, but just spawn.
Nice sized pectorals. You don't want a fish.
That's true. Bigger the pecs and the bigger the tail, then the more potential growth potential that fish has got normally.
I'd agree with that because the ones I've seen with small pectoral fins don't seem to get a lot of length or growth to them at all.
They seem to have a small mouth as well when they've got small pecs.
Yeah.
They do. You're right in saying that because I've noticed that because I've got one that I think its pecs are just, well, it's the fish that I don't particularly like as well, but it doesn't look like its pecs are as big as the rest of the fish at the same size.
Yeah,
but its mouth literally looks smaller than the rest of them too. You're right. I wonder if that's a general rule. I'll have to have a look at that.
Genetic defect, yeah.
Yeah. We've got a couple more comments coming in. I'm after a good-looking key. Oh, yeah, that's right. Key Shisui. They got a few in a place near me, but I can't afford the prices they are. There you go. If anybody's got one, hit up. Koi Collector is after one. Dave Cook says, hello, guys. Daz and Mick. Evening, Dave. Hope you're good, mate.
Right.
Charlie Bifter Brown says, hourglass body. From Mike KH. Male Daz, female Mick. Yeah, right. So a bit late because he kind of what would you describe, or how would you describe a good? Let's say, make sure that we get the question right. Just for the people who don't know, guys, can you explain a good body shape? What would you looking when you're looking for a fish? What would you consider, and what do you look for as a good body shape?
Like I say, big shoulder. I mean, I go for big shoulders. Like in a female, I go for a nice tapered body. If you go, I mean, so it doesn't just go flat. It's a nice gradual descend down to the tail lobe.
Plumping a little bit to the rear if you can, so it's either.
Yeah, nice fit.
I know Daz chooses them like that. So he gets
nice thick tail. Nice thick tail tube. Nice strong pecs.
Yeah.
Bigger the mouth, the better.
To me, nice big pecs, nice good shoulders.
Yeah.
A nice torpedo shaped look to a male, but big tail, thick set towards the rear of the tail.
Yeah.
The only super skinny straight away and looking like there's nothing on it. He wants some good size to a big tail. That way, then you'll know that it's going to get some good length and some good size to it. Good
males can be difficult. Choosing a good male is harder to do than a female, I believe.
Yeah.
One thing you definitely don't want to be getting. You don't want to be getting no fish with no big fat head, and then its body going thin and slim straight away from that. So you can see a noticeable step in, because that's not enough.
You want a nice gradual slope down towards the tail. Like I say, thicker the tail tube, the better, I think.
It depends what you're going for as well. If you're going for size, I mean, all my biggest fish have got massive pecs, huge tail, and big mouth. So if you're looking for size, I will go for those 3 attributes.
Yeah. Oh, you look at Monster.
Yeah.
It's a perfect example, isn't it? Big pecs, big body, well-sized frame, throughout, full body, nice fit.
2 Yamabukis. I mean, they're males, but they are exactly. Huge pecs.
You could say that those Yamabukis, because they've grown some length to this year.
Yeah.
Last year, you could have been suspecting one of them to being female, because it was a good chunky sized fish, wasn't it? It wasn't a slim, more torpedo shaped as you would be as what you would.
They've definitely stretched out this year.
But now they've stretched out a bit. They look a bit more leaner again, don't they? And they've got a bit more size to come on them again.
Yeah, but it's a bit like the Karashigoi.
Yes.
You know, I gave it to you because I thought it would be ideal fish to breed with. But she's gone rugby ball, hasn't she?
She's rugby ball. She's got small mouth and small pecs and a small tail.
Yeah. And she is just like you said, rugby ball shaped, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Beautiful fish.
Oh yeah.
You know she's not gonna, I reckon she'll top out of another 10 cm on, and that's it. She's done. Yeah. She's never going to get bigger than that. But
she'll be a monster.
Beautiful fish to look at in a window if you've got a smaller environment. Perfect fish.
Yeah. But one thing I wonder, that's a Momotaro fish. Now, if I bred that fish, would all the offspring be like her, or with the genes from the Momotaro line? Throw out some
carry through and throw some
big
better.
fish.
I mean, what's the tag? I mean, the tag looks quite long to say.
I'm going to breed from her in the spring, and I'll be intrigued to see how the offspring develop. Whether they are all the same as her, or whether it's just random, and you get some real chunky monsters out of the spawn.
I mean, she has put on a bit more size now. She's moved into now. You've got more flow in that pond. She does look different to what she did. She looks like she's got some length to her and lost some body, which is pretty much what she really needed to do as well, though, doesn't it? Like? She needed to lose some of that plumpness. She was growing more that way than that way, wasn't she? And filling out width-wise as well.
But do you think? On that note, my pond was my other pond. What I had before that, what she was in. It wasn't very wide. It wasn't that deep. It was like an L shape, wasn't it? So, do you think that what caused the body shape to go to shit? If you get me?
To cause like a stunting effect.
Yeah,
it couldn't. Well, I don't know.
Could be genetic.
I've got fish in there now. As you know, they're what? 6-month-old, 8-month-old, and they're what? Touching 23, 24 cm.
Yeah. So who knows? It's one. We're going to have to see how she develops, but I don't think she's going to become. She ain't going to be a monster. That is for sure. No.
She's not going to be a 90 cm fish. That's for sure.
That's what I said. Because bigger the pond. Better.
I'll pick up a few more of these comments because there's been a few more coming in again. Stallion Fish Keeping says, "Hi guys, last time I was torpedo shaped, I was constipated. Sorry, missed the last few shows. Which is then underneath shows. Copsy Coy Chatting Bubble says, evening all, evening bud. Hope you're well. How's the fish doing, mate? I hope you're picking up and things are looking better. Stallion says, my pecs are huge, mate. David Cook says, hello, everyone. Hello, David. Hope you're good.
Hi, David.
Ramsey's Lee says, body shape, especially if you've got nice big head and shoulders for me, then you'll look for any underlying colours for something to develop.
That's it, mate. Spot on.
Mate. Thanks, man.
Carol's answer back here to Vince is because my temps have dropped to 15 and it's high protein.
Yeah.
High protein, I think you're to stop feeding high protein at 10 degrees, aren't you? So no less than 10.
No. I think it's between 12 and 15.
Is it 12 and 15? So we're pushing then into the realms of wheat germ because of the temperatures of your water, Carol.
Yeah. So that's
Mine's been staying around 17, 18 and getting up to a 19 fruit day and going back down again. But I did say this the other day when we were talking. At some point, I want to do a late night and do a late night when we're all on and having a chat and going out and seeing what my temps are dropping like. Because Jeff's been saying when he's been coming over at night and an evening, because he works nights, guys, so he's out and about late. When he's coming home at 4 and 5 in the morning, it's been like 6 degrees, which is pretty considerable, massive drop. Stallion says, hi, gang, to everybody else. Skeggy, laughing face, laughing face, laughing face. Telfacoy Ponders. Phil says, evening, everyone. Good evening, Phil. Very good. Ilsley, I do love a good shower. I've got to admit, I really do want one. And I've got one.
What kind of shower do you go for, Hills? Do you go for the old school type shower or the more modern look?
I think they call it Kindai, don't they? The modern one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we've got a message from Vince, which is 15 already. Wow. Yeah. Vince, mine's been dropping down. I think the lowest we had, 17.6 of a day. Oh, that was at weekend, wasn't it? I think it was 17.6. So it is dropping down, dropping quick and dropping relatively quick around this way anyway. Big head, big shoulders.
Big feet.
Peduncle.
Yeah.
Is that terminology? Is that what it's called? Peduncle.
Yeah.
Thanks. That's another one I've learned today. I didn't know that was actually called a peduncle. Sounds like I thought you were taking piss for a minute then. We all love females with a tapered body, Mick. Mike Bass says, I like fish that is confident coming to feed. They often grab all the food and grow well. Eat. Now then, I'll touch on that in a second. Chagoy, Staragoy, etc., with broad shoulders and prominent spine hump.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think that looks ugly though on a bigger fish.
To me, they look like a weightlifter.
And the other ones where, when you're at shows, you can see it when the fish get big. They look like their heads go. I don't know. It's kind of hard, and then the nose bumps forward. So you got
But did you see the big chag?
It's like a cauliflower head, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Did you see that massive chag at the show? Its head had like grown over its eye. Its eye was just like getting swallowed by the head.
Yeah. See, they look. I've got to admit, a fish at a metre plus, goddamn ugly.
Yeah.
It's impressive. It's impressive to see, but
they've lost with the size, don't they?
Yeah, they've lost that beauty look about them. It seems to be going to the wrong.
But if you
scale pattern goes to shit.
I mean, that's another thing you look for when you're buying for looking at quality fish. Somebody said about the backbone. If you look for the backbone from the back of the head to roughly where the dorsal fin is, you want that as prominent as possible. When it's a fish.
So before the dorsal, from the head to before the dorsal, from the shoulders to the dorsal, you want that.
Because as that fish grows, it's got plenty of filling. If you get what I mean, the way the fish grows will be determined on how good that backbone and that shape is.
See, I knew this would be a good question and get people putting the points across. Stallion from Carol. I'm down to 16 now, Vince. Yes. See, that's the coast.
The coast, mate. That's that north wind coming straight down the north coast.
Vince, my front pond is still sitting at 18. I'll tell you what I will do. I'll whiz down as we get later on this evening. I'll whiz down and scan the pond and go see what it is, see what temperature's at. Skeggy says, lucky sod. I've seen some silly fish on eBay. Fish is thin, though no depth, not even worth insertion fee for the advertisement.
Yeah,
They're not. I mean, some of the fish on eBay, like Stallion says,
If you want to buy,
they're ridiculous. They're
be
ridiculous.
careful on eBay, 'cause
Some of them say they're like high-end koi and all this.
Yeah.
They've never.
A1 koi.
eBay that people have been buying online.
Yeah, they're busted. So
And they've not even received them. They've paid a fortune for them and they've never turned up. I saw somebody post over a week saying that. Kusty Koi says, I'm in the southwest and the temps are still 18 in the pond. Well, God, we're going to say, we'll try to see if we can get to it right. Stallion, good one, Carol, wasn't it? There's loads of crap on eBay at the moment. I just want stupid money for them, for the lot of them.
Yeah.
Careful on eBay. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, not all, and I won't say even the majority, but there are a few dodgy people out there that I don't even send you what you even paid for.
To be honest with you, you got to be what's it called as well. At the minute, you've got to be careful who you buy from. Dealers, eBay, people shutting the ponds down. You've got to be very careful.
Now this next one, I think you're way early for this. A few more weeks and the polycarb sheets will be going on. Don't put your fish too soon into hibernation. It's not good.
Torpor, no.
You want your fish to go naturally into those conditions rather than to be forced into it.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I would wait till the fish no longer come up to the surface for food before you start thinking about sheeting up and closing down.
Yeah. I mean, I normally look to end of October before. That really, to me, is sort of the end of the season.
Yeah, when you start getting a couple, your ground frost, your first ground frost in the morning, when you wake up and thinking that would be, to me, would be the indication for going for pond covers. I mean, I won't go down.
When you get frost in the morning, it's still very often really sunny in the afternoon, and the fish will feed in the afternoon.
Water can warm up again by 4 or 5 degrees over a course of a few hours. So you're capping them off and closing them off ready for winter when, carp can go down to, again, another topic we can touch on. We don't need to be wrapping them up in.
I mean, what I don't get, in this country, we get down to 2, 3, 4 degrees, minus at the most. Which is
nothing really in the grand scheme of things.
We're in Canada and America, in them some of them states in them places, get minus 50 and 20. They've got koi.
Yeah. Some people like Stubbs. Stubbs is he got temperatures down as minus. I'm sure it's a minus 6 last year, and he got nearly 2.5 foot of ice on his pond.
Yeah. Definitely minus 40 at least. I remember.
He never brought them in. He never took the fish out of there. He just melted holes through and put ventilation to vent off and gas off so that he could get them through.
But that's what I'm saying then. But surely it's good if the pond freezes, because it's stopping the wind chill.
It's keeping the wind chill off.
It does insulate to a degree,
and insulating them to a degree, you would have thought, but still cold, obviously.
Yeah.
Right, here we go. A question for the gang. What's your take on Israeli koi? I know a seller who said they're selling them for the same price, 50, 2 to 3 inch at 170 with delivery. I nearly passed out and fell in my pond. 52 to 3 inches for 170 quid delivered to your door.
That's not
bad, really.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
That's hell of a lot.
52 to 3 inch fish.
Yeah, that's a lot. When you can buy, you can buy English bread for 50. You're talking 90 quid.
The thing I've noticed with Israeli koi, the colours seem to drop out on them. Really. Don't they?
Yeah, they do.
That's right. I have noticed it. The colours drop off fast. When they get big, they tend to be big fish with naphol patterns, and they just end up looking like smudgy, what's the name? Shuromujis with smudgy patches colour to them.
Yeah.
They tend to look crap as they get older. But
And the head
happen.
shape. The head
Yeah,
shape.
we went to a store.
Head. Yeah, I noticed that.
We went to a store and this guy
short.
was in there, and he was saying to us, "There's Israeli and there's Japanese coin here, and I bet you can't tell the difference." And I picked out all of his Israeli coin from his Jap coin. I pointed to him and said, "That's Israeli, that's Israeli, that's Israeli, that's Israeli," and I was right on all four. And he was like,
it was, yeah.
pretty
You can
sure.
tell the difference.
You can. I think you definitely can.
It's
It's
just
the same thing that we're talking about. The head seems big and chunky, and then they slip off quick.
Yeah.
And they just seem like there's no body to them.
Really narrow mouth, narrow face.
More pointed nose to them as well, I think.
Yeah,
as well.
Definitely.
Yeah. But what's it called? You can tell by the quality of the colour. They're totally different. We're not saying Israeli fish are bad, because they're not. But you can tell the difference.
I think you can tell the difference in them.
Yeah.
Maybe not so much when they get big and they get some good size to them. If they keep the colour. That's me having a dig at
me, yeah.
Nick bought himself a Sankey.
I bought two. I said mine was better than my wife's.
His was the best looking out of the two when they first brought him home. Within several weeks, Mick's looked like a sure emoji, and Steph's still perfect.
Yeah.
So if I were you, I'd let Steph pick your fish. Mike K says, "We know a better place, mate. Daz's Koi Farm."
That's it. Got some.
If you had a body shape like Gaza, you'd get cold. right fair. Come on, that's fucking oil painting, mate.
Yeah, that's a bullshit statement of the week. Come on, put it on. Put it on.
From Stallion, a lot of high protein. They say 18 and above. Yeah, for your treats and such like that. You mean it's going to go, or perhaps maybe mussels. I only had the money to feed them once this year, and it's pretty much looking like now that the temps are dropping off that much. Probably won't get to be any more in unless it comes warm. It's supposed to be good this weekend though, so hopefully if it warms up a bit and temps get up a bit, I might give them another bash because they're proper like that. And I don't know if anybody's tried them. I got some calamari, I got some king prawns, mussels, and I chopped them all up into pieces, and they didn't even touch bottom. They were gone. They smashed a lot out of them, and they've never had them before. They've never tried anything like that. I wanted to give the crab sticks a go, but I thought I'd give them a go and try them instead, and they absolutely annihilated them. They really enjoyed them. Oh, here we go again. Another fake account. Oh, here we go. We've got another go.
I thought it was, mate. I've been looking, and I thought it was. I thought it was.
So if you had a body shape like Gazzy, you'd get cold. That one's not you, Skeggy. Oh. If not, that's still quite good, mate, because it's kind of thing you'd say. Hi guys, how you doing? The camera is up and running in the pond, and it's great. Let me know which comment you've put in. Send me a personal message, mate. Let me know which comment's yours, and I'll just ban the other one, mate.
I'm loving the new building you've done, Jamie. Yeah, looks very cozy.
Proper quick. I was well surprised. I watched it the other morning going in, mate, and I forgot to comment, but I watched it on my way into. Well, I'm saying watched. I kind of listened and watched. Well, I know actually I did get to watch it because I was sat in a traffic jam for a whole hour and never moved.
Is it block built? Is it concrete block built?
I think
you've got like the tiles on the outside. It looks really good. I thought, God,
what I was thinking is a block built it all up with block and then over tiled it. Is that what you've done?
That's what it looks like to me. Yeah,
certainly does. Cups is Koi chatting bubbles. No different, guys. I've put salt in up to 5.6 and left it like that for 3 weeks. I've lost one while I was away, but I expected that. So that was one that you were kind of. Have you tried CT, chloramine T, and have you dosed it with the higher for the parasite dose? Because we've tried that when people that we've known that have this guy's had some serious problems in his pond, and we've nailed it all, everything. And maybe pure coincidence, but even cat pox has gone on his fish that I've had it for years. the whole lot, everything, every fish, absolutely cock on, brilliant.
Yeah, unbelievable the results.
Skin, what do they call it? Fin rot, a bit on the tail, a bit on the pectorals.
I think one have got mouth rot as well.
Absolutely everything. Yeah, mouth rot. There's one with a mouth rot, one with an ulcer right on the tip of its nose. The whole lot screwed up. But the ulcers we did with PP Appliance Direct.
It says it's Skeggy's. It says Sheldon, not his real name, mate. That one is Sheldon.
So Pond does Sheldon.
Yeah, that's the one. Get rid. Get rid.
See you later, mate. I hope I haven't done the wrong one.
Yeah, but Mike's just informed me.
Thank you. Cheers, bud. Yeah, there we go. That's crap news, mate. If there's anything we can do and any advice or any help we can give you, mate, my emails, as always, oh, God damn it. I always forget this. I really need to get this mastered and get it down, don't I? My channel. Let's get this about. Gaz's Koi Pond 1 at virginmedia.com. Get in touch, mate. Drop us an email, and whatever we can do to help between us collectively, we will help wherever we can. Whether it just be a bit of advice, jump in a chat with us, talk through what you've done, what you've tried, what you've gone through, and we'll tell you all the things that we've done and we've tried. See if you've got some similar problems, see if we can help out, mate. I think that's the least we can do to try help wherever we can. Charlie Bifter Brown, the basics of fish growth is 1 inch fish needs a square foot of area. Bigger the pond, bigger the pond, bigger the fish is a myth.
Yep.
I'd agree with that. I've seen some massive fish in tiny ponds.
Yeah.
A customer of mine, he's got about 15, there must be 70 cm fish, and his pond is literally 6 foot by 4 foot. It's tiny. Yeah. It's deep. It's about 5 foot deep, but it's tiny.
Yeah.
And those fish have been there for years, and they've not suffered. They all look healthy.
And I think Skeggy said that they need surface area more than anything, don't they?
Yeah. Well, this guy didn't even have surface area.
Yeah. Ramsey says, I had a stunning shower of Vince's earlier in the year, and it's come on really well. Proper old school shower. Nice, big. Sume. Nice, big summer. I know what you mean, Gaz. I don't like that with the heads. Yeah. It's weird, isn't it? It
looks low, bumpy.
It's not that but they're goddamn ugly, man. I think they lose the shape to what makes them look. Yeah. It's not ugly, but they do look weird. They do look strange. It's a bit, yeah. Yeah. I went with an ISA shower, or ISA shower. This time does with some great potential and superb patterns still developing. I still need to see your shower, the one that you got, your growing show.
That's my my shower, yeah.
That's yours.
Yeah, mixed shower, yeah.
I don't even think I've actually looked at it yet. It's in main pond, isn't it?
It is. It's growing well. I need to net it out at some point.
The pattern, it's got a lot of development to do, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. It looks light on pattern, but like you say, the underlying sumi is there, and hopefully that will come out when it gets bigger.
Guy says, I'm sitting at 18. Yeah, you've 18. You're stretching a little bit there, mate. Meaning your age-wise. 18 degrees. Yeah, mine's been, like I said, around there. Twisted Coins. Hey, that's a lot of eBay. Sorry, bud.
Yeah, but you sell good
not
fish.
All, you've got to be careful with some. And I wouldn't say you was one of that account within the sum. Thank you for that, guys. Our pleasure. LOL, I know at Vince, but yours are decent.
Yeah.
You'll see this weekend, Vince. I didn't do a video this weekend. And the main reason being is I think sometimes rather than just putting something out just for the sake of putting something out, then I'd rather not bother. Rather
Yeah.
just to
That's it, Paul.
rather than just doing a filler video. I mean, I did do a hell of a lot in the garden. I fully cut back, trimmed back everything, but I've already done one of those videos, so there's not much point. You know,
it's quality.
trim my bush. Vince will like that one. Yeah, well, I trimmed my bush. I'm not really think.
It's also.
I'm starting with that to feel the cold creeping in now. Last 2 days, jumpers on, hob on, not putting heating on just yet. Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people will be holding back on the heating. I mean, I've only put the jumper on today because I couldn't be asked just sitting in put a bit of merch on. But yeah, I've had last couple of mornings, I've had a jumper on going to work. Once I've got to work, I feel like, sun's warmed up, it's got a bit hotter, and you think, God damn, it's back to a t-shirt again. But yeah, I got up this morning, 6:30, 25 past, and it still looked kind of dark. So the dark morning's sneaking in. They're coming in. It'll be long before we right. Anyway, we'll go into the next question, because that one did do quite well, didn't it? What got you, and you guys out there, what got you into koi keeping, Mick? I'll let you go first.
My dad really. My brother, like I say, we've always had a pond when we were really young, and it's just basically gone from there. Like I say, I started from my personal journey is that I started off with one of those big black round bowls. Like I think it's
like a
4,000
preformed one.
Yeah, big black one. What I got from Japanese Water Garden. My dad's cousin was selling his fish, so I bought all his fish, goldfish and koi. And like I say, it started from there. And like I say, ever since, I've had 7 ponds since. And like I say, this pond will be, I think, would be the forever pond. I think it's a nice size. I can have some nice fish in there, so go from there.
So you're the same as me, mate, because my granddad got me into tropicals, and my uncle, and my dad got me into koi keeping because he gave me a job for 6-week holidays, which was to dig out his koi pond.
Yeah.
Quite clever of him because he got that bit dug. I mean, he obviously he was helping, but that was my little project for something to do for 6-week holidays. And I think I've always been really interested. I had my own fish in my dad's pond, and kind of did the same kind of route for me. That really. So
yeah, like I said, I'm big into tropical fish as well. So like I said, basically, it's very similar upbringing kind of thing, fish wise and stuff like that. Tropicals.
Go on then, Dad.
I never had any interest in koi whatsoever. I thought it was pointless watching fish swimming around in a pond. I couldn't understand it. I've always been keen fishing, always been interested in like native fish, but I could never get my head around koi. And I thought, what is the point? So we built a big pond, ornamental pond, and I kept goldenrod in it.
Nice fish.
Goldfish, yeah, it's just a smaller species, and I was quite happy with that. But the heron just kept annihilating them, and it was getting my mum and dad all upset because kept finding dead fish lying around where the heron had dropped them flying off. So we got rid of all the fish out of the pond, and the pond just sat there and just had newts in it and frogs for 10 years. And then one day I was walking. Well, my mum says it'd be nice to have some fish in the pond. And I says, well, I'll keep an eye out and see if I see anyone with an old pond that want to get rid of some fish. And the next bloody week, as luck would have it, I was just working near home, and a guy around the corner says, do you know anyone that wants any koi? He says, I've got to get rid of them by the end of the week. He says, we're moving house, and the guy that was going to have them, he's let me down. He says, and the new people are just going to fill it in because they've got a little baby. So I says, go on then, mate, I'll take them. He didn't want anything for them. So I thought, well, keep your mum and dad happy. I'll stick them in the pond. And that's what I did. And this spawned the following day. Must have been the change of water, and that just got me hooked. And now I won't be without them. I absolutely love watching the fish in the pond, the big fish. I easily lose 2 hours. I could just watch them for 2 hours, just cruising around feeding them. I love it.
It's brilliant. I love the bit of gardening. Yeah, love the bit of gardening when you can just sit there and look, and then you're doing a bit of gardening, you're just watching. I mean, I can spend hours in my garden every weekend.
You get nothing done, do you?
Well, what should be a couple of hours worth of work in garden turns into a whole day job.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's so relaxing to just sit there with a drink and just watch them when it's hot. It's lovely.
Yeah. New name is Dan Fan, isn't
it? Especially when you've got guests round, you've got a bit of a barbecue going, because you'll always find people congregate around and they want to throw a bit of food on and have a chat and have a look and have a look at them stood there having a drink and whatever. It's nice. It's a focal point to your garden, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
It's, so it surprises me just how many people actually do get started off via another family member, though. A lot of them are into keeping fish, tropicals or cold water, and it normally seems to have some kind of family history to it, where somebody's brought them in and brought them onto it.
No one in my family has ever had any interest in anything like that.
No? No.
So I don't know where it came from in me.
Well, the keen interest in fishing, though.
Yeah.
And then it spiral from there, didn't it, really, for yourself?
I mean, all your family are really big animal lovers anyway, aren't they? So
they are, yes, but they're just the fluffy kind of animals, whereas I've always liked the other kind of animals, you know, the weird stuff, the stick insects and the bloody lizards and fish.
The bugs and the creepy crawlies.
Non-cuddly animals, yeah.
Yeah. Right, well, we'll have a quick flick through again on a couple of these. Now we've had anybody wants to put in what got them into it, you know, interesting to read up and see what got you guys going in with it as well. Coy Journey says, I put my covers on too early last year. I don't really get the cold till after Christmas, I found. I mean, temperatures drop low, but we don't tend to really get our worst winter until after Christmas. Normally on the run-up, it's normally wet and soggy and crap and miserable. But yes, it's
February, March. Normally,
February, March is where we get our worst onset of winter, I'd say. Skeggy says, I never put covers on. I let them cope with it naturally. Same with me, mate.
Yeah, me too.
Exactly what I do. Ramsey says, I won't be covering my pond this winter. I didn't last year, and this spring was a lot better for me this time around. You did have a go with trying to sheet it off a bit, though, mate, didn't you?
It flew away, though, didn't it?
He had fun with that, didn't he? He enjoyed it. I bet that drove you mad going out there and repinning it back in place every time. Skeggy says, I bought the 350 ingot at Declan for 100. I really know what that's referring to. Sorry.
No idea.
This is a good one. Best thing for Israeli koi is pipe bait. Especially with the Ginrin sparkle, because it's more of an attractive lure. I was waiting for that at Twisted Koi. Send you a picture, Gaz, of my new shower. I think it's got grip.
Yeah, definitely.
Interested to see that.
Stallion fish keeping. I heard mixing Israeli and Japanese koi isn't good because of the cross-contamination. Well, it can only cross-contaminate if it's contaminated.
Well, sleeping sickness, isn't it? Is that the issue?
Well, no, because the sleeping sickness is in Japan. That's why they treat them all prior to them coming over here anyway. So it's already all over the world.
If you mix fish that are exposed with sleeping sickness with fish that haven't been exposed to it, it will kill the fish that haven't been exposed.
It'll give them the disease,
disease to the point where you're going to treat it, ramp it up, and get it all that crap up and down, up and down, up and no, you have to take it up to a certain temp, don't you, for so long?
Yeah.
To your salt as well.
26 degrees or something.
It's out there 26.
Yeah. JPD, Shori, they say over 18. There you go. My female shower is Israeli. She is big. It was a gift, but she is lovely, friendly fish. Yeah, let's see. A lot. Not wrong with them. Not saying that. all of them. Some of them you can't tell the difference in shapes and bodies. I would.
I think it depends. Well, the Israelis, from what I can understand, I mean, I might be totally wrong on this, but I've been led to believe that they do tend to just breed the same fish over and over again. And there's not a lot of new blood goes in.
What do you think on that Israeli cow farm? That video we watched, Mick.
Yeah, they're not breeding for quality per se.
They don't cull out a lot of the fish, do they?
They're breeding for numbers.
Yeah.
How
many millions of fish did they say they produce each year in that cow farm video we watched?
They something like 20 million fish, something stupid like that. That they lose a percentage, and it's still astronomical.
Yeah,
you see massive channels. You see massive channels full of koi, like banging into each other, like fighting for the food, don't you?
Yeah.
On it.
This I would agree with, mate. There's not and this is pretty much what Mick's just said. Guys, you know what I mean about Israel? They look like someone's got a tin of paint and just slapped it on the fish.
Yeah.
The patterns are sporadic, mate, aren't they? They're all over the place. Yeah. There's no uniform patterning like what you get with the Japanese.
Yeah.
There is definitely a noticeable difference.
Oh, yeah.
I've got to admit, the ginrin that they do is pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Ginrin, but yeah, koi. That other comment's gone. Carol, some are nice, but they look patchy. And what I've seen, the guy I was speaking to said a lot of people are selling them as Japanese koi, and I said, no, I won't do that. Yeah, I've heard that before as well. But without proof, mate, it's difficult to say really. You know, unless you've got the receipts, purchase receipts, of where they came from. Who knows? Anything could be from anywhere when you think of it in that sense.
Yeah.
Not saying they are. I'm just saying, who knows what you're getting and what you're buying when you're buying stuff from people that aren't from reputable breeders. So, sue me, guys. Sorry, not send me. Damn iPad. Well, you've been typing in that iPad, mate, for it to select. I'm dreading going home tonight after losing fish today. Lost 5. One literally rolled over and died in front of me. I mean, there's something not right there, but it sounds parasite to me. I think you really should, when you get a chance and you can, get out there and do some scrapes, mate. Any problems, bud? Give us a shout. I'll come over and we'll give you an hand if need it.
Yeah.
Kayagi Designs, testing the waters with an evening.
Evening.
Do us a favour, bud. I did put you on a timeout. Just chill out on the comments. A little bit of respect. Not for me. I don't mean it in that way, but the topic that you were talking about. But evening, bud. Hope you're good. Evening at Kayagi Designs. Who's got the biggest asagi is what I want to know. In the draw, you see, Jeff cheated. Jeff bought some fish to cycle his tank with, which you thought were, just run-of-the-mill kind of fish, just something to bang in there to get them going. One of them's turned out to be a reasonably damn good asagi. And he keeps making out like that's his. Now, we know it's not, because it hasn't got the Daza Koi Farm tattoo at the base of its tail.
Yeah.
So, might get away.
In the corner.
But up to Peskege, mine's winning, and I will get to find out exactly its size come this weekend, because I'm going to do a ball up again and measure up. One so I can show Vince the fish, and the other so I can see just how, because that'll bring us on to the next topics that are coming slightly later on. I'm easing back on the feed because the fish really aren't feeding as much as they were.
No, unless his mine has slowed down finally. Yeah.
Right. Next question for you too. Are you ready for this? This is a tough one. What's been your worst experience while keeping koi?
100% bacterial issues. I introduced a fish early in the season. It was a male fish. I separated my fish out. I got a tank full of males and a tank full of females. I put this particular fish in with my males, and it wiped out 6 of my best breeding male fish. within a week, they'd got huge ulcers on. A big chag male, his tail literally fell apart within 2 days of it showing. Devastating. But I was lucky because I got them in one tank. They were isolated. I could sanitize the whole lot, and I had got other fish on the farm, different males that I could use for breeding. But it has knocked me back this season on the spawning side. But these things happen, and it does. There's no worse feeling than losing a lot of fish like that, and there's nothing you can do. Once they get the bacterial issue and the ulcers start, they're done. It's very, very difficult to turn around, especially, well, back then, I mean, I didn't even realise about chloramine T, but now that seems to be fairly effective.
Really damn good, isn't it? I'm surprised just how that stuff is done.
The others we've been trying. Then I would have used it definitely, but I mean, an awful lot of you out there have had the same issue with this bloody bacteria. But
I think that's probably been this season's. I mean, last year, the year before, was probably
fluke last year.
Fluke
don't kill your fish like bacteria does.
No, but it can be expensive, when you treat them week in, week out, can't it? It can be a real drain on pocket when you're having to smash that many again and again and again.
But the biggest thing I can say is containment. That is so important. Don't mix nets. Don't move fish about. If you've got them in, I mean, the other thing, if you're ever breeding fish, never put all your eggs in one basket, literally.
Yeah.
Have them in different pools, and don't have all your filtration linked on one system, because once it gets into everything, you're done. It's almost impossible to eradicate. I mean, I was very lucky that I just got it in one pool, and those fish, it actually infected every single fish in that pool. So every single fish in that pool, I had to euthanize, I think, the last 2 or 3 that didn't die of their own natural, the bacteria didn't kill them. Yeah. But I had to euthanize the last couple, and then everything was sanitized with bleach, and that was it. That was done. Never had another issue since. But I was lucky.
So then, Mick, what about you? And it doesn't have to be this year.
No, it is this year. All I can say to people is, if you know somebody who's having issues with the ponds, or they need somebody to look after the fish, don't do it, because you know, guys, since I've looked after somebody else's fish, I've got no fish left. Near enough. Mine I've got 4, 5 fish left. I mean, I never had
original stock.
I never had many fish to start with. I just had nice fish, if you get what I mean. I thought it was nice, and I thought, I've got plenty of room to help people out if they need somewhere to put them in. No, don't ever do it. I'd never do it again. I've learned it's a big learning curve this year. I mean, like I say, bacterial issues like Daz has said, it's what, like I say, it's wiped out 90%.
Everything you had.
Yeah. You've only got a handful left, mate, really.
I've got four fish left.
Really still causing the same sort of problem.
Yeah, like I say, 4 fish. I've got 4 fish left, and they're nothing. They're not good. They're not great. They're just, and to be honest with you, I'll be honest with you. If they survive, they survive.
You got to ride it out now, mate, and just see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not being funny. I've treated a lot.
Yeah,
I've treated, I've sprayed them. There's no parasites on them, nothing. It's purely bacteria. And we've what's it called? We've treated with chloramine T. I mean, we haven't tried PP, but surely chloramine T is it same kind of
it's a bleaching agent, the same old chlorine agent. It basically does the same thing.
Yeah.
Well, for me, the worst, I mean, not personally for me, well, it was personally for myself because it was mine and my dad's fish that were in there. Our worst one was having some neighbours having some work done and cement being dropped in his pond. Unbeknown to us, later in the evening, some builders dropped some cement in there. When we got up first thing in the morning, both me and my dad have always been like up early doors for going to work. We get up to find 24 fish, all gasping at the surface, and nowhere for them to go. So no choice but to grab as many fish as we possibly could and bagging them up and bringing them in and filling bath with water, because that's all we had. But we had nothing to contain them in, nothing to put them in. And the vast majority of the time, we lost 20 in total. And some of them were some, 60 plus, 65 plus cm fish. Everything, the golden half that my dad had were probably 40 plus cm golden half. He had 6 of them, and they were all dead straight away on top. It was one of your first indicators to show golden half don't like bad water quality or bad conditions. And it was a case of pump that pond out as quick as we could and get it filled back up as fast as we could. And out of his 24 fish that he had, 4 survived. And he still has, I'm saying the 4 that survived were ones that were this sort of size, which now are pushing 45 up to 50 cm. But yeah, absolutely devastating time for us. That was the worst time that I've ever come across and ever had. Up to press, I've not been unfortunate enough to have. I've had a couple of issues where my pond has come home and from work and my pond's been completely empty, other than a couple of inch. My pumps overflowed and pumped my pond, which is the reason why I fit the shut-off floating valve on the pond, because I nearly lost everything. But fortunately, my fish being smaller and a slightly deeper end at the far end of the pond, there was enough water in there for it to make it through. But that's my own personal worst one, pond pumping itself completely dry.
How much cement did they put in your pond? What did they do? Bagging or something? I
think they dropped a whole bucket in. A bucket because they were pointing up on the front of the house. I think the whole bucket got dropped in and they just scooped the pond out, because when we emptied it, the full bottom of the pond was just full of sand everywhere, and we've never put sand in that pond. And it's it's drainage system. You can see it. We're all in the filter and everything, so there were a fair lot of all pull through.
Yeah,
well, that was our worst thing. That's the worst thing that happened to us.
Yeah.
Everybody else, what's
we've got a lot of comments, mate. A hell of a lot.
A lot of comments coming in. Right, let's see if we can get through them. We've got so that was the last one from Skeggy. Hopefully me. I'm sorry to hear about your fish from Carol. It's 18mm ply and 75mm kingspan insulation, and the cladding is Weber resistant stick-on polystyrene brick effect. That looks pretty good.
Oh, that's cool.
That's very effective, mate.
It's 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
Do you deliver fish? Does. Depends how close you are, Carol.
Depends how close you are, yeah.
If you were popping by or coming past, or if it was en route from me coming through, whatever. Yeah. Or Carol, you're even welcome to come through. Look at that.
Yeah, welcome.
I do this quite a lot, Daz. I'm sorry, mate.
That's all right. No problem at all, mate.
If you want to come for a visit, Carol, meet up with us all and come and have a day with us.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Col Robbo, good evening, people. Another lively chat. Thank you very much, Col. Welcome to the show, mate. Col, cheesecake. Not cupcake, cheesecake. Mick, knew a guy like me that can dig a hole for a pond in half a day. There you go. That's how he managed to get his. Can't beat golden rudd. Totally agree, Skeggy. One of my favourite fish to catch them.
Yeah, I love them. They breed like rabbits, though.
Yeah, they do. And am I right? Is it you can get roach rudd hybrid, can't you?
You can, yeah.
And you can also get a roach bream hybrid.
Roach bream, yeah.
Cheers, the twisted fella from Col. Charlie Bifter Brown. I only have a pond for the noise of the running water. Having fish is a bonus. Yeah, I've got to admit, mate, I really do like the sound of running water myself.
Yeah, me too.
It's very peaceful, very relaxing.
Yeah.
I think if I didn't keep fish, I would still have some form of pond ornament with some kind of water cascading on it, because I do like the sound.
Charlie Bifter Brown needs the bullshit statement of the week because he's thinking about building a bigger pond. Put it on. Put it on.
One second. We have this week's first bullshit statement of the week. To go to Charlie Bifter Brown. because he's thinking about building one, or he is building one.
Thinking about building one, I think.
Yeah. So
You, Charlie Biff Brown. Let's get the ticker back in there. That story, nice story. That does different story to many. By some similarities. God damn. But some similar. Yeah, not trying to say that one again. Mine started with tanks, mainly discus, and large South American Paffara wraps. Then I got into aquascaping. Then we moved, and I just missed fish keeping, so I decided to go down the pond and garden route. Whoa.
Yeah.
Skeggy says, "Can we get a bullshit statement of the week for Mick?"
Well, yeah. What was that for, Skeggs?
Well, we can give him one anyway, just to keep you happy.
Yeah, well.
I like handing out that one. There we go. That one's for Mick. We'll get to explain why later on. I like that one. Gaz. Oh, God damn. Where were I? Been keeping fish tanks since I was 12. Yeah, I kept my first uncles in my uncle's fish tank when I was 9.
I used to keep fish tanks, but I had weird stuff in like crucian carp, pike, catfish. I mean, proper catfish. Nothing tropical.
And the kid does. I brought home some really tiddler roach. Yeah. And I had them in a fish tank. And I brought them home, put them in a fish tank. As soon as I put them in, they were fine. I switched my bedroom light on, and they started bang, 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 like that, and they knocked themselves out. I think they killed themselves, smacking into the side of the tank. When I put the light on, obviously because I'd got little wild ones, obviously given permission to take them before anybody says on. But when I thought they'd be fine. But when I came in on an evening from being out, switched the light on, and that was it. Because the brilliant bright light in the bedroom, the fish were so spooked they ended up killing themselves. So I never did it anymore since that, because I didn't want to lose any more in that way.
Gaz, that bullshit statement of the week for me,
it's bogus.
It's bogus, mate. I'm Skeggs messaging
I just wasted another bullshit statement of the week.
But it don't matter. I'll take it for Skeggy anyway. The real
so the one, can we have a bullshit statement of the week, is another troll again then, yeah?
Yes.
I know, because this one, it learned how to spell Shelton this time though. You're advancing in your dumbass ways. So I hope this is right, Skeg. Sorry if it's not, mate. There we go.
Message me, Skeg, if it's
do you ever find low, you never quite sit down and watch them, you always start tinkering? That's it, yeah, mate, 100%.
Yeah.
I do spend a lot of time in my shed looking over them, tinkering away and feeding them. I do watch them a lot in there, but I am also chatting with these guys in a WhatsApp group chat, but I do spend a lot of time doing that. Peter says, thanks, Carol. Hit me up, Pete. We'll see what we can sort, mate. I laughed at my brother when he was into fish and gardening, and now I've suppressed him. God damn. In both hobbies. I've got ghost koi that someone left them in a bucket in an aquatic shop, and that's how I started. Sweet. So you managed to pick up some ghost koi that somebody left there that's got you into habit. That's real. That really is dedication. Running on with some ghost koi and building a pond instantly so that you can sleep there fishing. Christy Koi says, my parents had a pond, so as I got my own house, I made mine my own, but even bigger. Yeah.
Good man.
Skeggy says 350 fry. Ah, right. 355. That's what you got. Typo. I thought now it makes a bit more sense. Ramsey's DIY. Yep. The sheet drove me around the bend, around the bloody twist. Ramsey's DIY. Hey, Gaz, did you show Daz No, I didn't, but I will. Did I show Daz who he reminded me of? But I'll show you when you.
No, you didn't.
I showed everybody else, but I forgot because Daz wasn't in.
What is it? A serial killer?
No, I think it's called Bubba Joe. Is it Bubba Joe?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Bubba Joe is an American comedy guy that uses puppets for like a bit of a. He does that terrifying terrorist and all that lot. He's got a few, and then there's the old guy and he uses these puppets. But one of his puppets, he wears a little baseball cap, and when you had your baseball cap tucked on back your head, he said, "I figured out who Daz looks like."
You have to show me.
I'll send it you and show you. It did make me give me. We got an LOL from Stallion. Koyoga Designs. It's okay, just a shame mental health can't be deleted as quick. But hey ho, mate, the one thing, bud, to remember is mental health is not good for anybody, mate. But there are many people that have mental health issues that choose to vent the ways in different manners than what you chose. And I didn't want to go down that route, mate. And rather than you saying any more than what you did, a timeout.
Yeah.
Give you a chance to think about it. And that's a better explanation. But
yeah,
I appreciate where you were coming from, mate. But I had to do what I considered right for my channel, not right for you. It was a mark of respect for Queen Elizabeth, which I think was the right thing to do. And maybe in hindsight now, maybe you do too. But I get where you're coming from. Everybody's cup of tea, but
we know you enjoy. We know you enjoy it, mate. To try to join in, and we all.
Get where you're coming from. So the comment above isn't me because I haven't typed anything for a while. Small P on pond. Bless them making so many accounts. I mean, I couldn't be asked. The amount of emails and accounts that they must have had to set up to do it. But the one thing I will say is when that one person that does make their account and the rest of the cronies join with them, it does push my ratings up to plus 60. So I'm happy with that. If they want to come on and make false accounts, my ratings go up, my views go up, more people come and watch next time. So all good. Wow, Daz. Shows what a subtle mistake can do. Koi keeping in easy as people think. Well,
yeah,
when you say
turn south real quick.
This is the reasons for these questions and the reasons for me putting these questions to Daz and Mick. It's for them to be able to express and tell us what's happened to them, what they look for, and what they do, in the hope that perhaps maybe that'll help somebody else not to make the same mistakes. Because
the important thing is to learn from your mistakes.
Yeah, we're all human.
Do it again.
We all can make them, and we all do things. Whether it just be that quick, or just whip that fish out of this pond with that net. Another one. Yeah, you need to think smart and be careful. And if an open topic and conversation such as this helps others not do the same, then that's a giant positive.
That fish I introduced to the tank, it looked perfectly fine, and I didn't quarantine it. I put it straight in. Didn't think there'd be an issue. Obviously there was. So I won't be doing that again.
Same thing does. When I went to that koi show last year, bought that fish, come back. I got back that late. I had no chance, no choice but to,
Yeah. Same here. It was like midnight when I got back with that fish, and I thought, it'll be all right.
But it's one of them things, isn't it? When you find out what happens when you do it, and you learn the expensive way by having a treat, which that fish then costs you what you probably saved. So, geez, now they have a capital P. Getting a bit silly now. It's all good, Skeggs.
Right. Can we suggest something? Or should we? We'll do it after. We'll do it after, actually.
Yeah.
No, I was going to say, do you think it's time for a selected person or two people that you can trust to be moderators?
Yes. Moderators. In fact, Skegger, I tell you what, mate, what we'll do, I will make you a moderator, Skegger. And if anybody else comes on with that's a comment that you've not put in, you can just ban them yourself. There's an idea. Let me know if you're happy with that. If you are, bud, drop Mick a message if you can. Let him know if you're cool with that in the chat, and we'll make you a moderator, mate. Everybody else keeps making false accounts.
He He did say that, but
ban them all day. Don't ban everybody, obviously. That won't be good. Just ban people in false accounts under your name.
Yeah, but we could do with 2, I think, because in case Skeggy's out and busy with work.
Well, we know of another gentleman there that might be interested in a blue spanner. Would you be interested in a blue spanner, Mr. Bitter Brown? Makes me laugh at that. Right. Let's see what we can do. One sec, Skeggy. I've got to find the real Skeggy's comments now. Oh, now you all have capitals. Right, so let's. Goddamn. Bear with me, guys. This will be. Right, that one there. Jesus, now they all have capitals. Oh, hang about. I can't. This is if I give the wrong person. I'm not doing that. If I give the wrong person the blue spanner, I could end up being banned from my own channel. So, Charlie Bifter Brown. There we go. You are now a moderator. Where was we? Charlie Bifter Brown. Worst experience for me is knowing idiots that don't look after the fish in their own ponds and then sell them, saying that they are all clear. My bad for not keeping.
Oh yeah. Is that about a gentleman? What happened where Colin did some work for them.
Sorry, Cole. The next comment says, "My bad for not checking." LOL, not keeping.
Yeah.
It was a predictive text alteration. So he knows somebody. Okay.
Yeah. He didn't call his cat.
Ramsey's DIY says, I suffer real bad with flukes last year because I stayed away from PP this year. I've picked up on PP again, and I've only had the issue twice this year. Yeah, it's not been as popular this year as what it was, has it? Or not as popular. It's not like it's a good thing, but there doesn't seem to be as many videos that have been dropped out there where people have been having parasite problem. David Hodgson says, I am Spartacus Skegger. Oh no. Well, now you have all capitals. Geez, I'm Spartacus. No, I'm Spartacus. This is Spartacus. Oh, God damn. My biggest mistake was allowing someone to scrape my fish and medicate with chloramine tea, but 2 types. One's toxic, one's not. And I'm guessing use the builder's merchant one. My fish died prompt. God damn, man. Oh. That's not good. How do you know? I did turn around and say, while all these people are on and watching the cronies doing what they're doing, my ratings go up. And boy, did they just take a good drop. So farewell to all those that just left. Down to 45 from 60 plus. Bless the clone. Long live the clone. The king. Second mistake early was doing a water change. Too hot temperatures shocked, killed the lot. So we learn from our mistakes. Some are more costly than others, but we learn from it. That's it, mate. It's a case of you just got to go steady, aren't you? And carefully. Especially doing water changes in high temperatures is not a good idea if you're going to be taking out a good 50% kind of thing. That should be king. Don't promptly. No manners. You're not Skeggy. I am. Cheers, lads. Dave Black Country Coy Bloke is coming round after his jollies. Give them a scrape. Sweet, mate. Good. That's somebody with a lot of experience, mate, so I'm sure he will serve you very well. Sparta. I will be looking for 2 or 3 nice fish in spring next, so we'll be in touch. There you go, Daz. There we go.
Perfect.
Copsy's Koi Chatting Bubble says, give a thumbs up, please. Yes, please, guys. We have 45, 48 of you out there. We've only got 24 people that are giving it. Share us a bit of love. Give us a bit of a thumbs up. Let's see if we can get my highest one, which I had last week, which was 40 thumbs up. Let's see if we can beat that one this week. It'd be really nice if we could. Gaz, Para, their raps. There's a VJ cichlid.
It's called a Viheha cichlid. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Right.
Oh, he had a Tigrinus, tiger shovel nose catfish.
Nice. I kept them with 2 foot and 6 tiger shovel nose catfish.
Yeah, the Tigrinus. What I was talking about.
You were saying, are they legal in the UK anymore?
They are. They have banned them now. Same as I think. I don't know if they're banned as such, but I think it's frowned upon because they class them as tank busters. Because they do need to be a very, very large tank.
Yeah. Mike Bass says my pond hobby was spurred on by keeping up with the fish growing. So the next pond had to be built, and the next, and the next, and so on. And now his forever pond is going to be getting forever bigger then. Jeff Dunbar, Bubba J. It was Bubba J. I thought it was. Looks like I've been having a conversation with myself. It does. Mate. Yeah, it affects everyone different, guys. But for some, koi tube is an escape. I appreciate that, bud. That cancelled at last minute is as good as cancelling a counselling appointment. Well, I'll tell you what then, bud. Next time, if we have to cancel, and if we cancel for any reason, and if you feel like you still want to get your general kicks and chats and talks about fish, hit me up, mate. I'll add you to our own. I'll add you to our own private group, man. You can come and sit with us and be a one-to-one.
Talk to us, mate. Yeah, like I say, it's not. That's what it's all about.
You don't have to be video call. You can be there just as cat. We'll be there on video, and you'll still have the same one-to-one experience. How's that? How's that for an offer? 49 watching, only 21 thumbs up. Come on, guys. Oh, sorry. Come on, folks. I'll do it. You'll do what? Missed that one. What did I miss, Vince? You'll do what?
Spanner.
Spanner. Sweet.
What's it called? Stallion. Stallion said he'd be
moderator.
A moderator.
Give me the wrench. I just seen his comment in the other. Yeah. Let's find. There we go. Vince, there's yours. Stallion to come. One sec. I'll read a few more of these. All good with me. Got to go, guys. Try to get back on soon. Taking mum home. Oh, quick fight. I hope you haven't gone already, mate. But if you have, hope the wife's doing well, mate. Hope she's recovering well from the operation. Let me know, bud. Life around the koi pond. This kind of stream helps speaking about mistakes and stuff helps people just starting. That's the idea, mate. That's what. This is the whole loop that we're going around, mate. It basically is to show people out there that even people that have got experience in doing what they're doing can still make mistakes, and that we can all help each other do exactly that. Give me a spanner. I'm good with a ratchet. A ratchet and a spanner are two totally different tools, mate. So come back with a different analogy on that one. Give me the wrench. Give me the real skeggy and a password to type in chat so that you know it's the real one, Mick. Yeah.
We've done that now, mate.
What was the Benny Ginger with flukes is shit. That's my skeggy. Nice one.
Yeah. That's your man.
Right, there we go. Oh, damn. Gotta find it in here now. That one. Carl, you're a bit too.
What did he say?
Colin deleted it.
Colin's that good with a wrench. You were straight in there and took the insult out about the Benny Ginger and deleted his comment. Right, Col. Brilliant, mate. It's good to know that you're on ball. I think it's sorted now.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Oh dear.
He put laugh out loud, sorry, mate.
No worries, Carl.
Jif to Coy put in a message which was evening, guys. Don't worry about Skeg. My dad used to talk to himself when he put the bins out and washed the pots. Jif to Coy, how's it going, bud? How's the pond doing? I've seen it on video. I saw last one you put out was you were doing some alterations, upgrades or something to the filter system. I need to watch and catch up, mate. See how it's going. Hope you're well, Mike. LOL, good job. I don't have to wash the pots. I talk to myself a lot. Only decent conversation I get. Skeggy says, evening, Jesper. And I think it's sorted now from Stallion Fish Keeping, which then brings us to, right, Mike, Mick, it might be an idea to send me the secret passcode as well so that I don't just put it up there and somebody deletes it. We'll get it sorted anyway. We've got two in at the moment. Right, so brings me then to the next one. As the season is slowly coming towards its closure, what's the next stage in preparation that you're preparing for in autumn and then through into winter? That was funny, Skeggy. I've got to admit, that did make me giggle. On that, well, that Carl. That was good, mate.
Yeah, you have got the best. You have got the messages. The one chat.
Yeah, but that chat's being used as a camera, so I can't see them.
Right.
Do not disturb, innit? So that the other people can't keep ringing me because I had people ringing me from Russia and all over the place last Thursday night. So, we'll go on to that anyway. So, right, your question is: as the season's slowly coming to the end, as in we're coming into autumn and then into winter, what's the next stages of preparation you guys will be taking for your koi and your ponds? And I'll put that question to Daz first.
Getting rid of the blanket weed, which I've eradicated now. I tried to treat it earlier in the season, and I obviously wasn't putting enough of the clover leaf in, and or blanket ants or whatever it is. I give it a second dose, and it's absolutely nuked the stuff. I went over the top because you can't overdose on it. And the worst thing you can do is leave the blanket weed in over winter because it grows so fast in the spring. It starts you off on the wrong foot. And then the next thing really is a slow wind down and switching them over to wheat germ. That's pretty much it, making sure there's no dead leaves in the pond and cutting back the lilies, your general maintenance, just getting your pond water nice and clean so there's no crap festering in it over the winter.
I've noticed a lot of my lily pads are turning
out black.
I think I've had my last flower, but a lot of them are starting to look a bit.
I normally get the waders on and get in there and cut all the leaves off. I find that's the easiest.
I've just said to Colin, we'll talk to him after about what it means.
That was funny. That's good. That Colin did that because I can see. I can see the two screens going on. I've got this one on my right with the YouTube live kind of interaction, and this one here. But I also see the comments. So when you remove them, I still see them here. So when I look up there, then to see him not there, and being about. I just don't. I hope he didn't. He just deleted the message, which is cool. Yeah. Don't be doing no banning until we get this one mastered.
So yeah, he put, sorry mate, excellent. Having a blue spanners went to my head.
Oh dear. Right, go on then, Mick. Your autumn through into winter preparation. What will you be doing next? What's the next stages you'll be doing with your pond?
Nothing. Just what I do in the summer. I do water changes still. I do the filter cleans. Nothing really, apart from
even through the winter. You do filter clean and water change.
Yeah, of course you do. Yeah, there's no difference. The fish are still in there. They're still producing.
Not really. Well, I suppose they're eating a tiny bit.
No, see, I think this is where people go wrong. They do produce ammonia from the waste, but they are excreting more ammonia from the gills.
Gill, yeah. I was real surprised to read that when we read that a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. But
Actually,
I will feed a low wheat germ, a wheat germ food, and a good wheat germ food. If you're wanting a good one, it is an all-season wheat germ from Quinnicoy.
Yeah,
I've had fish grow on that.
Yeah, through the winter you did those.
Those goshkis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'll be trying that this winter.
Yeah. Multi-season. It's called multi-season wheat germ from Quinnicoy. Spot on.
Anybody want to
low waste?
Goddamn thing's turning my tank upside down here. He's making himself a new bigger cave. He's extending. All I can hear is gravel everywhere.
Got the builders in.
Yeah. It's going like crazy. I dug out that pot yesterday and now he's buried it again completely. Anyway, back to what we were talking about. For me, I think, like you said, Daz, I'll be cutting back the dying plants, vegetation and such, and then easing them through autumn, enjoying the most out of them that I can, cutting back on the feed because, as we spoke about, as I touched on a little bit earlier, they really have dropped off the amount. I mean, the way that they were feeding was way calmer on the smaller pellet, but it was still, they were still coming up for it like crazy. They were straight on it straight away, quick splash around and, getting as much as they possibly could. But that really has dropped off, and I've halved the amount that I'm feeding them each time I feed them now because we're staying on the top of the pond a lot longer. I don't want it to settle into the bottom and causing more problems. So we're doing the same sort of thing, kind of winding back. Now, I don't actually know if I'm going to give wheat germ a go. I think I might just feed toward the end of the season and just reduce the amount, being a smaller pellet, and see how they go on it. And maybe if I do, then I will feed it, like you say, an all seasons, fish is doing it again, an all seasons wheat germ with garlic, I think, to try ease them into winter with a little bit of summer. That's my plans for what I'm intending on doing. We'll go through and catch up again quickly with the comments. Yeah, all good, guys. Brilliant, Mike. Evening again. Mike with a cupcake. I'm going to make idea with the plastic balls in the pond. Yeah, I'm thinking about trying that one myself, mate. As rent out my pond as an ice bath.
I would like to. I would like to do the ball thing, but I would need a hell of a lot.
Yeah, but relatively cheap in comparison, mate. And if it does make a couple of degrees difference, might be worth a try. I mean, try it for now. What's 30, 40 quid, 50 quid on a couple of plastic balls and see what it does. It might be better to try it on my pond. Yeah. And if it makes a difference on mine, being a smaller investment, then try it on yours.
I think, definitely worth a try on one of the ponds.
Yeah.
But that pond's quite big, isn't it? So.
Yeah. Skeggy says, how you doing, Mike? Mike says, Vince, evening just for Koi mate. Koi mates. Good, thanks, Daz. You. On a serious note, I'm going to purchase them plastic balls. No way am I using icebreaker or heater. That's if the fish pull through. Yeah, mate. It's the prices of them and the heaters and all that. I don't think there'll be many. Some people with the deeper pockets will be, because obviously they've got some real class quality koi that they want to keep in tip-top condition. But I don't think your average Joe Blogs will be running their heater systems on the ponds this year with the price hike on gas and electric going through the absolute roof. My koi journey says, make sure my koi are fully healthy going into winter. That's why I've been doing what I've been doing, mate. Banging that feed into them, get some good size on them, get them prepped, get them bulked, so they've got some fat reserves to make those winter days, those cold days through, or cold nights through. Doing okay, thanks, mate. Apart from a stinking cold, man flu, not cold, man flu, Come on, work with us, not against us. We're all, any man gets a cold, it's man flu. My fecking Coy, I've butchered my bloody lilies this year. Gisford says, evening, Davy boy, boo. Selling Coy says, I had a topic I'm going to do a video on later, so no point talking about it. It's yours. Catch you later. Catch you in a bit, bud. Take it easy. Skeggy says, Colin has a banhammer excitement. Just because says my lilies are dying off now. Yeah, definitely see a difference, can't you? You see them starting to turn yellow.
The nighttime temperatures are getting down to 8, 9, 10.
Twisted Koi says, I'm with Mick. Nothing changes at my pond. Just clean filters once a week instead of twice. Yeah.
Yep.
Carol Lawson says, yes, I do water changes in the winter and filter cleans, but only once per week.
Yeah.
Mike says £13.60.
It's a shit. Oh,
come on, Jeff. Where's your bid?
No, that's gone down price because it was £16 something earlier on.
Yeah, I've got a sworn I heard a bid than that earlier on. Anyway, yeah. Well, if it wasn't £17.90, there you go. That's my bid. Never fed in winter. I've got some wheat germ this time round to give it a try.
Yeah, just a little bit often, mate. That's all.
Yeah.
Like I say, they've got me the way I do it. Sorry, I should have said this.
That's why you were asked the question, so you can say.
I got a lot of stringer. I get a lot of string algae in winter time, and I don't treat with nothing. I don't let it. I also let it grow with whatever it wants to do, and they'll feed off that, and if they're hungry, they'll pick around and stuff like that.
So you'll let natural growth come in to sustain it through winter, should they wish or want to or need to. Yeah. Makes sense. I just cut back on filter cleaning and change the wheat to a wheat germ-based food.
Yeah.
I don't feed in winter, but might just give feeding a little try this winter. Yeah. What I do is I'll have it there. If they come up, if they rise up, come to the surface, they get a bit. If they don't, then I'll leave them be where they are. And I pretty much try to read my fish and read the conditions. If they're coming up and saying they're hungry, then they get a little bit of food. But if they don't, then obviously I don't bother throwing it on because I don't want it to sink to the bottom and soil water or spoil the water.
Do you think with this temperature dropping down, you know these
evening feeds?
Hello.
Work it out.
Indeed, work it out.
Do you think these temperatures we're having now, and because they're dropping down, do you think these bacterial issues will slow down?
I would like to hope so.
I'd like to hope they do. I mean, bacteria, whether it be good bacteria, bad bacteria in your pond, slows down. So let's hopefully, fingers crossed, the bad side of these bacteria is that people are getting infections on the fish slows down. And let's hope that they have some bit of saying that though, you can't treat though, can you? Because it's too cold to treat then, because the treatments don't work below those temperatures either. So you're screwed no matter what, even if they are. Perhaps maybe it gives you a bit of a fisher break so they don't get any worse. But hopefully, you got to hope that they manage to get enough through them through the summer to be able to fight it off through winter.
Yeah.
Charlie Biff de Brown, think about it, Mick. Your pond freezes over. Charge local kids to ice skate on it. Yeah, could make it new for the winter period.
Yeah.
It's time to say good night. Thank you for the chat tonight. Stay safe.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Carol.
Thanks very much for joining us again, as always.
Thank you.
Lovely to have you. Good night, Carol from Skeggy. Good night, Carol from Stallion. Interesting that Ricky Stoddart won't touch wheat germ and recommends feeding a balanced food, but less of it over the winter. Something to consider. Well, that's the reason why I'm considering it. Just speaking with the gentleman that I got my food from, I had to have a good chat with him from Gunnikoy. And I said, look, what do I need to worry about on this kind of thing? And he pretty much hinted at the same thing. Feed as and when they want it, but little, not too much. Smaller pellet food, easier for them to digest. So that's what I thought I'd go with and see how they do.
And I'm sure
my fish each year where they just stop and knock it on head I mean, we're talking like Jan, Feb, March. They don't really seem all that interested, but up to that, they did. So, yeah.
Because I'm sure some wheat germs contain some in the 30s, 34% protein.
Yeah. Some do for definite, because we were looking at a bag that had it on.
People
we were reading it out, weren't
I've heard of people that
agree,
feed the fish year round with wheat germ.
we? Yeah,
Yeah,
we can.
I did. That multi-season wheat germ, I did use it for one season all the way around, and I got good growth. A lot of in the summer there was a lot of poo. In winter, there'll be less, of course, but less poo when there was eating. Say, my fish always eat it all year round. And that's, but no, multi-season wheat germ. Or do we do what Telford's just said and
try the Japan mix?
Yes,
but smaller amount. Well, I tell you what. I'll try it.
I'm gonna try it.
I'll try the Japan mix. Somebody try wheat germ, and others. Well, there's enough of us to try pretty much all that's out there, isn't there?
Yeah.
I owned that TSN back in 2010. He ended up down at Pacton Zoo, so did most of my cichlids because they were too big for an everyday tank keeper.
Yeah, Tagrinus. Oh, yeah.
I'm glad you put an abbreviation in there, mate. That made it way easier to say. Thank you.
Yeah,
definitely. Vince is in agreement with that too. So, Vince, I'm guessing you're going to stick with what you're doing, bud. And as Phil said there, I've got to agree. I think that's what the advice I was given. So that was going to be the actual line that I went down. The thing with wheat germ feeding over winter, you can get them feeding faster. Come spring, if you completely cut it out, you have to start really slow with the feeds. Don't want to overfeed in the winter. Yeah. The filters don't work as well in winter as they do in summer. So if you feed too much in winter, you could pollute the pond. Depends if you add winter bacteria.
Yes.
That's a topic that I won't bring up this time, but next week I would like to do a bit of research on that and look into it and see what we can find and come up with, because that's quite interesting. I think.
I know some of the. I'll talk to you after about it.
We've got Night Carol from Cops' Koi chatting bubbles. I've never changed food at winter. There we go. Charlie Bifter Brown. Neither have I, Skegget. That's right, Mick. They contain lower amounts of protein, but still contain it. Not all.
Yeah.
Got any balance left, Skeg? I'm trying Takazumi Vital this winter. Let us know how it goes. Let us know on your channel as well, mate. Obviously, I would guess you're going to do some kind of footage on it. I think I've got one big bag, David. I don't change food over winter. Never have. They get the same food all year round. I'll have it. Sale. 10% commission goes to Gaz's Koi Pond. I'll check in the morning and make sure we get out to you. A prompt, fast delivery. There's that for a promise.
Well,
right. So, next question then. What's your plans for next season and what you're looking forward to most from next season? Mick, first. Go on. Have that.
I want to enjoy the pond next year. In my eyes, but like I say, this year's been a total
shit show.
Bit of a shit show this year. So I want to enjoy it, get my wife back into love with it because she's fell out of love with it as well. Like I say, just sit back and enjoy the pond, and like I say, carry on what we was doing before. Get some fish.
Get some fish.
Yeah.
Restock. Start again.
Yeah. Restock. Start again. Like I say, we'll see what happens with them for what's in there. If they do sadly pass away, like I say, it'll be basically shut down and restart. Let it cycle over winter time kind of thing.
Go on then, Des. And next, same big question to you. No comment.
Really looking forward to spawning.
Yeah, I admit, mate, I would like to get us guys down there and let's see if we can get some spawning and watch some spawning going on and see the magic, so to speak.
Yeah.
Not in a perverse way in any way.
It's pretty easy to see because they'll normally start in the evening. They'll be spawning all the next day till at least dinner time.
Yeah.
So you've got a fairly decent sized window, and if you're looking to 1 to 2 days after a full moon, then you've got a reasonable chance of being there at spawning. And next spring we're going to be doing a lot more spawning. I mean, this year with me losing a lot of the males, I was restricted to what I could use, and I had 4 spawnings, and only 2 of them were viable. One of them was a fish that I think she'd had the spawn. She'd held on to it for a couple of years, and it was no good.
Monster.
She was a massive amount of it.
Spawn next year, if she gets good again and comes out and spawns next year, that will be one hell of a lot of fry.
That'll fill the tunnel just with her offspring.
Would definitely will. Might want to start picking up another tunnel and some more pools.
Speaking about that, we've got an idea. If you're,
we'll discuss it. We've got an idea.
Yes.
I've got
diggers and all sorts.
I'm definitely going to do the Miracarp spawn again with different males. Because that's produced some really interesting fish. It's still changing colour now.
Yes.
So, yeah. That's an interesting project.
See what it does. But those are the projects. And then again, the year after, he's going to have, hopefully, you got something a bit to put back. Or you just bust that.
Yeah.
The back strategy is no more. For me, I mean, hopefully, for me, I would like to see if I can hit the 1,000 target for YouTube.
You'll do that, mate.
That would be something I'd like to look forward to. I'd also getting out there and doing a couple more pond visits.
Yes.
To some of my subscribers and the ones that I've arranged to hopefully get done this year, get them in and get them finished. Building my pond and making it that little bit bigger. With everything going as it has with costs of electric and what have you, the last thing I want to do is rush out and do it too soon. I want to make sure I can still do it and still do it affordable and not cost myself an absolute fortune right at a time when we're coming towards end of year. I mean, it'd be nice to just set up kind of now if I'd done it already, but I think I would be pushing my luck a little bit with price hikes. I'm just the only reason why I've really held off is that. But moving a few fish on and some of the fish that I've got of Daz's to bring on and seeing how they develop, because some of them are beautiful, man. And if I can get them to the size of what the fish are in there now when I've moved 1 or 2 on, whether it be to anybody that's interested or whether it be to my dad or whoever might want some of them or make use of them, then I would love to. That's what I want to do. See those fish that I've got the size on them already, and see if I can push some more growth out of them, hitting it at the beginning of the season next year. That's what I'm looking forward to.
That's it. A decent sized fish at the beginning of the season, the growth can be quite good.
And I think I would like to try a spawn between my Beniginger, my Kaku, and my Chag, and seeing what that throws. I really would like to see what they'd make. That would be my aim for this season. Let's have a quick look, catch up with the big bag. I'll have it. Check it out. Thumbs up. How's the poll looking, Gaz? Right. Well, that's one other thing. Well, we'll bring that up now. I kind of thought that with the Friday night live that we did instead of that, that I might go down the line of seeing about changing the date or the day when we do it. And up to press, we have a Friday night doing the live on a Friday night instead of a Thursday night at 58% and 42% for the Thursday night, with a total of 52 votes. Now, it's still pretty close as that. It's not a solid swing one way or the other. So I'm going to leave that to run till this time next week and see if anybody hasn't voted on it yet, wants to go out there and put their opinion in and put their point across, see what they think, whether they think we should do a Friday night live or a Thursday night live. Because for us, it works for all three of us, Ivan and I. Yeah. But if it got a more of a larger audience on the Friday night, but we've had a larger audience tonight. Well, we all know that a lot of them were the usual trolls that are doing what they do because they got nowhere else to do with their boring, miserable lives. But there's an option of moving it to a Friday night. I mean, one of the people that I've actually banned tonight's removed a subscriber, so they were somebody that were pretending to be somebody that they're not. So that's one goal. But yeah, there's the option of changing to a Friday night live. At present, it's at 58% in the community tab on my channel, and Thursday night is at 42%. So if you haven't already put your vote in, stick your vote in. I'm going to leave it to run until this time next week. And if it goes with a solid swing towards Friday, then we'll be changing it to a Friday night. Or if the vast majority say stick with the Thursday, we'll be sticking with the Thursday. Either way, us three are easy with either, which is best for the audience, is what we want to know and what we want to hear. So up to press, Mike. 58% Friday night, 42% Thursday night. That's where we're at. The reason people don't like feeding in the winter is because the heart of the fish slows down and their digestive system will find it hard to break foods down.
Yeah, the metabolism definitely does slow down.
Yeah, it's metabolic rate, isn't it? And they go into they don't go into hibernation. People say they go into hibernation. It's not. It's called a torpor.
Yeah. But the danger is if the fish eats a substantial quantity of food and then the temperature drops and that food sits in the gut and it's not getting digested.
Yeah. Koi Collector says, I'm looking forward to building pods at home so I can shut down the unit I have to cut costs down and more spawning and growing. Sweet. Sounds interesting, mate.
It does sound interesting.
We'll have to come over at some point, mate, and have a look and have a see what's going on. We'll get a little group visiting. That'd be cool. I think I'm going to try spawning next year. Yeah. I want to have a go.
I would, mate.
Doing it. I don't know if it'd be too successful, but I mean, I would like to have a go at doing some at some point, at some stage within my koi keeping hobby.
Yeah.
My koi journey says getting my wife's koi out the pond and into hers. That's what I'm looking forward to next year. Is the battle of the fish in the ponds?
That's just a quick one. Koi don't have guts.
No.
An intestinal tract, yeah. Before anybody started saying anything.
Yeah. Oh, and tripling the size of my main pond was supposed to be done this year, but time and money postponed it. That's it, mate. I understand where you're coming from, bud. Yeah. Koi, in a sense, go into minimum hibernation. No, they don't. They go into torpor. That's why people say it's good to allow them to have natural summer and winter. It is. I believe, personally, mate, it's better for a fish to go into its natural torpor stage throughout the winter period.
Yeah.
That's what I think. And then this one, Vince says, nothing wrong with a bit of koi porn. Black Country Koi Bloke, David Koi says, next year I'd like to visit Daz's Koi Farm. There we go.
Yes, definitely, mate.
Definitely.
Good. Yeah. Skeggy's Pond says, I'd like to hit the 500 subscribers. You will, mate, for sure. You'll hit that before the end of this year, I would say. Gaz, you need GKP banner behind you, and you can put up and take down to keep your missus happy. Well, all I need really, mate, is a green screen. I put a green screen behind me, and I can project anything I want on there, which is what's this?
Have you put Skeggy as a moderator yet?
Not as of yet, no.
Right, okay, so that's the reason why. 1 minute, we'll sort it out after. We'll talk after.
Black Country Coy bloke, Davy Coy, is the conversation, Skiggy, that you're having about I've got one bag, I don't know, I'll change, but that's got to be him, hasn't it?
Yeah, the 500 sub one is him.
100% the 500 subs one is his.
It will be him, yeah, because that's why he wants to reach into it. We talked to him about it loads of times.
Where's that message gone?
Colin's deleted it.
Yeah, we had. Him and Skeggy are talking. Fucking laugh.
Group outing does a Koi farm. Was that you, Skeggy? Yeah, it's got to be. Oh, there we go. This is a bit where we all get shut down now. Boom. Skeggy, try that hammer, mate. Give it a slam. Stick it at somebody out there and let's see if it comes up with, or your next message should have a little blue spanner to it. Where was we? Where was we? Nothing wrong with a bit of koi porn. That's a good point to remember. And then we've got that one there. Right, so the next one. Davey is kicking my ass and he was behind me. Now then. Yes, very much so. Airlifts, Gaz. Airlifts. Airlifts are the future. Saving on electric. 100% We just need the master how-to lesson. Well, we know how to. Daz, I reckon we should have just have a stab at it and have a go. I'm pretty sure I could do what I could make them a piece of piss. Well, I get loads of pipe for site, mate. So for doing that kind of thing. Oh, I've got some pipe work I need to show you. Next time, remind me, next time I'm on site and you're on with me to show you this pipe work. I might have done away with the full nasty, horrible, bad bends and all sorts. Pipe work that they use for BT cabling and such, or ducting cabling and such like that. It comes with one pipe that slides over another pipe. So, when you see somebody push a pipe inside a pipe, they warm it up and shove another pipe into it, and then they solvent weld it to it. It looks just the same as that, but instead of having bends and joints in it because the cables can't travel around it, they make them with perfect curves. So you add three together, and you make four together, and you make a full circle.
Cool. Right, Mike's just put, he wants a finger flicker, not a spanner. Skeggy's put sorted, and let them fake that. So yes, Skeggy's welcome, Skeggy.
There you go, mate. Now we know. You see anybody else, Skeggy, that puts anybody else in there with any other comments, that's not you, mate. Straight up ban them. That'll do for me. Don't want anybody coming on imitating your channel, making out, saying stuff that they shouldn't be saying. This is absolutely no need. These people one day will grow up, but yeah, let's not give them any more airtime. That's what they want. Hertzkai says, for me, hitting 250 and meeting some more people. That's the thing, mate. It's all about building a community, and I'm loving seeing things like Vince's channel going out there with a community group, which has got some of the members that have been in and amongst our community group. The next thing we need to do a community mass group.
Yeah.
We need to work on some of Vince. Let's get some organized. Vince, you need to do a step-by-step on how to build an airlift. You do, mate, because that will smash some views on your channel. Yeah. A real breakdown of how to do it, Vince, and even if it's in a miniature scaled version. I'm sorry, I keep getting distracted by that.
Idiot's guide, just for me.
Yeah, Idiot's guide, step-by-step to airlift systems, because that will get some brilliant views. Krusty Guy says, next year, I'm going to fin out the pond. Me too. Some that I've got that don't really make the grade, but ones that I've got up and coming, which I would much rather see them develop and progress more and become better.
Has Krusty got his cut? He sent Krusty's cut?
I've sent it yesterday, so hopefully, fingers crossed, mate, it should be with you. Well, there is this postal crap in it, so it should be with you, bud. It's out yesterday, so it should be with you very, very soon. It's Koi, kitten. I will be Skegster. Good man. Would I, Mick? Get a group outing to Daz's Koi Farm. See, this sounds even better. Group outing to Daz's Koi Farm.
I may.
How about We need VATs though, won't we? We need VATs. God damn it. How about if we can get some VATs from somewhere, some little pop-up VATs, and do a group outing, but we bring a Tosai grown show.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a toe tie.
We have just a Tosai, and we have his own little grow-off. Show.
Yeah.
And we judge it ourselves, and everybody gives a mark out of 10 per every fish that you go around. And
Yeah.
you
can't mark your own fish.
You can't mark your own fish, but you can mark everybody else's. How about doing something like that? Let's see what we can work out together as a group and see if we can get something sorted. That's cool.
Like I say, let's be
the only thing we need is some form of a vat and perhaps some oxygen on site for rebagging back up for when it comes to leaving.
Yes.
So that we know fish get back safely. Let's see what we can work out with that. We might be able to get some sponsorships with it as well. You never know.
Yeah.
Let's see what we can do. It's an idea. That's a plan for the future. That's something else to look forward to.
That's okay.
Oh yeah, very true. Pick me up, Davey. I'll come. There we go. See, that's next year, mate. Simon Shear says, I'm hoping my pond can sit at 12 to 14 degrees C over winter. If not, log burner. At the moment, still sitting 23 degrees C overnight and isn't heated. Nice. That's good. Green screens are fun for sure. I've got one here. They are good fun, aren't they, mate? You can have some good stuff running in the background, like one of my videos, constantly. See if it works. Skeg it. Boom. I was going to extend my pond, but the advice I received from you, the advice I received from you guys, I decided to keep it as it is. Good advice as well. Especially with the present way things are, mate, with prices and stuff. Nothing says you can't do it next year if stuff changes dramatically, if it wants to do. Yeah. Vince says it's easy, guys. Yeah, the videos I've seen, mate, I think I could make one in an hour or two. Twisted, make them and sell them, mate. Yeah. I should really build a new dedicated koi pond, but pound coins. That's it, mate. 100%. Gaz, I've got a blinding idea for next year, but we'll need a lot of input from a community as large. Give us a bell tomorrow, mate. We'll do. Sweet. Oh, see, next year's already.
Well done, Vince. Well, this is what we need. This is what we need, Vince. The north-south divide, mate. It doesn't need to be divided, man. Let's bring everybody together.
Yeah.
I'll drink out of it as soon as it comes. Sweet. All right, lads. Are you going to the Hollybush Koi Show this weekend? The weekend. Next weekend? It's 15th. It's Thursday. No, it is. It's Saturday, Sunday this weekend.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. That's where we went last year. It is this weekend, and then the 1st and 2nd. There's another one at. No, that's not. Is the Hollybush one the one that you shared, David Coy?
The Birmingham one.
That's Birmingham, yeah, Hollybush.
Unless I've seen two adverts, we've got different looking posters, but I don't know. I might do John. John Wales. John Wales is the chap that went to Poland with us.
Yeah.
Oh, he is. Yeah. Right, John.
Might do, John. Might do. God, might be in trouble.
Yeah. There's no way I can stop it.
Oh God, no! Damn it! You can't, can you?
Can't miss that. As sad as it sounds, the wife's doing a big birthday party for the dog and inviting her friends.
You'd be in the doghouse for sure. Guys, I can't believe how much crap my gravel filter is catching from the Easy Pod and the up filter.
Yeah, it's very effective.
Yeah.
I mean, it's old school. That is real old school gravel filter. Labour intensive. It looks to when you're having to take it all out and rinse it in your wheelbarrow. But if it works,
We've got a question here for you,
It
Daz.
certainly does work because your water clarity is spot on, mate.
Canon lenses and cameras. When to cut lilies back? Flowers, as soon as they've folded up for the last time, trim them off because 2 days they're in bits and they're all over bottom of your pond. Lilies, you'll tend to see them start turning yellow from green to a yellow colour as they start to die back, and that's when I think if you see them after yellow, it's that the stem to the leaf starts to disintegrate before the leaf, and then you end up with a leaf floating around and all that stem.
Is that Paul? I think that's Paul, isn't it?
Paul, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Paul.
Mick, I don't mind you being a knuckle dragging northerner. It's Cannock lads.
Midlanders. We're not northerners, are we, Mick?
We're
It's
Midlanders.
Cannock. That's the Cannock. That's the one in Tony Barker Hollybush Koi Show is Midstaff's Koi Club. Hollybush is Midstaff this weekend, 17th and 18th. Birmingham is the first week in October. At Sandacre Nursery. Is Sandacre the one where me, you, Mad Dog, and Jack went?
I think
You
it
went,
is.
yes.
I think it is, yeah. So this one this weekend is the Hollybush is Midstaff's one this weekend coming.
Yeah.
Oh god damn, that's 2 to go to that. Because that technically the other one, the Sandacre Nursery, is the last koi show of the year, isn't it? I believe.
Yeah.
So not the last year. Yeah. Sorry, I was reading all those comments out and didn't put them up. There we go. Hollybush Koi Show, Midstaff Koi Club. Hello, lads. Hollybush is Midstaff's this weekend, 17th, 18th. Birmingham is the first week in October at Sandacre Nursery. I've been your Tony. Evening, Tony. Good, Tony. Good, David Coy. God. Does anything past the Watford Gap is north? Good evening, Skegger. Mike Bass, don't forget the 25th.
Yes.
Pond afternoon with East Midland Kois Club attending.
It's at Mike's house.
God damn, we've got loads to do. I thought this year we're coming close to an end. We're wrapping up, so we still got loads. Lots of videos, lots of stuff to do.
Yeah. Can you send
Drop-
your
drop us your details, Mike, so we know where we're going and what we're doing, and then I can put a reminder in my phone so I don't forget, because I will. My head's in bits this last couple of weeks. Tony Barker says, "Hi Vince." So that brings us to the end of the comments for that one for a short while. 49 watching, 39 subscribing, 10 people aren't liking. Thumbs up in, not subscribing. Do us a huge favour. 50 of you watching. That's 11 of you. If you're enjoying it, do us a huge favour, guys. Give us a like, share, subscribe, and all that kind of carry on. Help me grow my channel a little bit more. It would be very much appreciated. Peter's Pond and Puddle. Hi, mate. Just done a scrape. Posted it on Facebook. Sweet. Let me see if I can bring that up for you, mate. Let's see.
What are you chuckling at, Mick? What are you reading?
I'm reading the comments. What Vince has just put.
Oh.
I ain't got no in there on my Facebook, mate, with your scrapes. If it's not in the group, if you just send it me direct on Messenger, no, not got all in there either. I think my Messenger's crashed, to be fair, because it's been stuck on a message, and it's not. I've not seen anybody else's comments since. Me and the wife gave up this year with lilies. George kept smashing the flowers from him. I've had more flowers this year. I've had more flowers this year on my lilies than I ever have, but obviously I've had a hell of a lot more lily pads this year as well. Wait till I get them ones from you, Daz, and get those reds, whites, and purple.
In fact, one of those lovely peachy ones is just flowered this week.
Has it?
Yeah.
Still even in the bucket?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I thought your lilies had to stay wet. I didn't know, as long as just the root stays wet. But I should have realised, because I've seen many a cabbage lily hanging out of water before. I'm like, we've been fishing late. They were all like that, weren't they?
Yeah.
Twister Guy says, Gaz has puppy brain. Hey, it's been like that. I'm teaching him to do scent work. He's working on little cups. I have 6 cups, bang them all around on the floor. And then I bang a couple of treats underneath him and make him working with his nose to find them. Because obviously your cockapoo is Cocker Spaniel. Cocker Spaniels are used for lots of drug dog and all that kind of stuff. So I've been teaching him a little bit, and he's getting real pretty quick. But he got fed up with it last night, and eventually just laid there and just kept tapping him with his paw and just knocking him over to his head. But right. Do me a favour, guys. Cover for 2 minutes. I am on puppy duties and need to go let him out. Oh, while I'm down there, I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll take the temperature of the pond while these guys just fill in.
Yeah.
That's good, isn't it?
Yeah. Like I say, what's the plans for the farm this winter? Is there anything big and
no? There's no big plans as such. I mean, I've been getting my fish in condition ready for next season for spawning. I've been feeding them as much as I possibly can, and they're starting to show some spawn bellies on the females, which is good.
So do they hold spawn?
They must do. I mean,
that
Sankey, that female that spawned in spring, she looks almost the same as what she did when I got her in the spring, and she was full of spawn then. She's really putting some weight on. So I think they build up the eggs. Well, I might be wrong on this. I mean, I'm only sort of guessing, but I'm pretty sure that they build up the egg mass sort of in the autumn before, and then the spring. It's normally a week or two before they're actually going to spawn. The eggs seem to sort of hydrate and really fill up.
Yeah.
But the sort of the embryonic eggs, I think, are formed the year before, so they'll already be in the ovaries.
Yeah. So what's Skeggy think of that, and Vince? What, because they seem to.
Because if you don't give them enough food, if there's not enough protein in the diet, they won't form those eggs, and they'll be empty come next spring. Yeah. I think that's what happened with a few of mine this season.
Monster. What do you think of Monster? Yeah. What do you think of Monster?
Monster, she hasn't put that much weight on. She's grown size-wise, length-wise. She's put some size on, yeah. But her belly hasn't filled out like I would have expected it to. But having said that, she'll probably still spawn.
Yeah. So like I say, they aren't infertile next year.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure that they'll be fertile next time round. It's a funny old game, isn't it, with koi? I got 2 koi that I'm convinced were males, and now I'm convinced they're females because they're looking pretty plump.
Well,
I mean, they've never spawned, so I won't know until next spring.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, guys, for coming there while I just did that. Pup's been out. Pond temperature 15.4 degrees, and we're down at dropping. That's dropping a fair bit.
It's not even 10 o'clock. No.
Yeah, not even 10 o'clock. It's already down at 15 degrees. So I might take it first thing tomorrow morning and see what temps are then. First thing over the door, see just how far down it's gone. But yeah, 15 degrees, 15.4. So yeah, cooler than what I expected. There we go. Thursdays or Friday. Well, what we're going to do, mate, for anybody else that doesn't already know or didn't hear earlier on, we're going down to this time next week. I'm going to leave it up there with the poll up there for everybody to get a good chance because it's 52 votes, and at present it's at 58%. Oh, let me just refresh that just in case it's changed. 58% say Friday night and 42% say Thursday night. So Friday's got it for now, but we're going to give it another week till this time next week and see if there's any difference. Because for us, there is absolutely no difference which night we do. We just want to make sure that it's got the best for you guys out there. And if it's better for people to watch it on a Friday night than it would be on a Thursday, those that might have to miss it and watch it back kind of thing, we'll just put it out there and see what people think. Mike says, we'll send details again, no problem. Sweet, thank you very much. I think he might have already emailed it me, to be fair. If he has, then
yeah, I think he has.
I think he probably Mark, sorry, if you did, Mike, sorry, mate, it's probably mixed up in all my work emails because I get freaking hundreds of them every week. Tony, you going Saturday or Sunday? Where are you, Mike? Saturday. Ask Peter how's pond build going. Has he finished yet? No, I don't believe he has, mate. I think he got some more stuff with his shed done, but then I think he had some random dude sleeping in his shed, which I think was his son for a night out on there.
It was his son, wasn't it?
Yeah. Did you get that fiver, Pete? Did you nick the fiver? You should have took the fiver if you didn't. Great night again, guys. Off to bed. Good night, all. Thank you very much, Cops.
Good night, mate. Thank you very much.
Thanks for joining us, mate. Posted on the group. Right, let's have a double check. Refresh the group. There we go. Let's see what we come up with, mate. Did you post it on the wrong group? As I've got note there on there, mate. I haven't even got a notification to say anything's been posted since. Nope. Check the different group. Might have put it in the wrong one, mate. I'm there on Sunday. Night Copsy from Skeggy. See you, Graham, from David Coy. Are you going or not, lads? Pub afterwards, not pud. So we're going for a pudding afterwards or pub afterwards. Are you going pub now, mate? If I'd be going, I'd be driving. So I don't drink and drive, mate. I've seen way too much shit. What happens to people when they get involved behind a wheel after influence of alcohol from being in fire service to be partaking in that. David Coy, the epic filter is working really well. Pond is now spotless. Sweet. Just sent him messenger also, mate. There's something got to be wrong with my messenger then, because I'm getting no notifications at all. Anything. Nothing, mate. Sorry, bud. There is something wrong with my messenger. I'm pretty sure it is probably being hacked by some other turd. Great news, mate. The epic filter is epic. Okay. Butterfly Coy, yay. A very underrated filter, Tony. Not by me. Might be worth getting one of the toe side tanks then. Skeggy. Yes, David Coy. If you can find one, my open pond day is as long eaten as well. My open pond day is in Long Eaton, does. Convete is at Convete. Is it for EMKC members only? Years membership £5.
Yes, please join.
Yeah, David Coy. With ponds closing down for winter coming, whose house are we having Christmas dinner at? The biggest one. Who's got the biggest house? I reckon that's the best way to go because we'll need a big table.
Yeah, Daz Shelton's or Daz's.
Yeah. Daz Shelton's. It's in my house. It's my mum and dad's.
Yeah. Yeah. We can have it. We can have it. Hours.
Big part for me, Mike says, Skeggy, no problem, Daz. I think Brett or Daz will be filming. I will be. It was Son drunk. 41 minutes. Did you get the fiver off him? Awesome, Mike. You're about 2 hours from me. Listen, this. You have a Facebook group, Gaz? Question. Don't tell Vince. Gaz has a big house. Skeggy has.
Yeah.
I don't have a big house at all.
No.
Yes, I do have a Facebook group. I won't tell Vince, though. We won't tell him because I know Vince doesn't do about Facebook. But if anybody's interested, my details for the Facebook group are on my page as well. Gaz's Koi Pond on Facebook. If anybody's interested, hit me up. I'll add you to it. Right. 10 o'clock. I think we've got room for another one. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
we kind of touched on this one, but let's get what everybody thinks as to what we're going to do. What type of foods and when will you be changing your food or food regimes? For example, wheat germs and other stuff and what have you. Will you guys be doing it? Are you going to not bother? And when, if you're going to do, guys out there, what is the right time to stop feeding high proteins? Pretty much covered all this, really, haven't we?
Yeah.
Most of the other conversations.
Yeah. It's when the temperatures drop, really, in my book.
Yeah, but I'm not going to change now. I'm going to stick with that.
Well, I'm a bit undecided now. I mean, wheat germs me general go-to winter food, but after what you guys have said, I'm tempted to try the Japan mix in small quantity.
Yeah.
Right then. Well, we'll be able to pick up on theirs afterwards. If anybody else didn't get a comment in earlier, and they might want to put one in now. I'll ask you the next one. As we've all started to notice the drops and change in temperatures in your ponds, if any, have you started to notice any changes with your fish and your koi ponds? Any different behaviour as it's starting to change and how things are now, temperatures dropping? Have you seen anything different personally yourself? And if you have, what have you noticed?
Fish.
Sorry, mate. You go.
Fish. I mean, normally, my first feed is probably around 10 o'clock time. Sorry.
Is that PM or AM?
Official. It is official. It's coming out. It's definitely fucking coming out. Hang on out. Right here, right now. Where is it? There we go. That one can stay up there for the rest of the night for that comment. I've never heard so much live. Right. Steph's first feed of the day.
About 10 o'clock. But I did it yesterday, I think, because we went out to Carter's school.
There you go. Oh my God.
And I noticed some of the fish were not as quick to go to the food.
Yeah.
But as the water temperature comes up to the time 1, 2, 3, 4 o'clock time, you throw food in at them times and they come rush it. They all rush.
Yeah.
Well, your
I've
fish
noticed exactly the same.
yeah, me too.
Morning feed, they're not as quick to mop it up. It takes them a lot longer.
Any other things you've noticed? Because I want to know if it. I thought.
Well, I noticed something. All my fish are in the margins, right round the edges. On the edges,
yeah.
They must be trying to bask in and get warm quicker, or what? I don't know. There's no issue.
That little bit more.
Yeah.
Have you noticed? Because I mean, prior to this, I asked you guys over the week when I was treating with the CT. Had you noticed any increase in fish waste?
I have, yes.
Yeah.
Have you noticed an increase in fish waste continuing into this week?
Yeah, because of cooler temperatures.
I was wondering if it might be still the side effects from CT or whether or not it was colder temp. And now I'm seeing more poop. So the fish are almost like they're clearing themselves out because temperature's dropping and they're getting rid. I don't know. Has everybody else noticed an increase in
I haven't noticed
fish
any
waste? I've seen all that. Ah.
Yeah, I have a little bit, yeah.
Yeah,
Like I say, not again. I don't mean massive turds either.
No.
It's just like little pellets. Like.
Well, anything else you spotted or noticed different about where they're acting or whatever? There's obviously
the black on a few of them.
The black on some seems to be coming up. My
up a little bit. So
my Becca looks a lot darker. Yeah. My Benny Ginger looks like it's going into a light stage.
You said that, didn't you, the other day?
Yeah.
What about your Vince fish? Has that sort of changed with the temperatures?
And that thing changes all the time, mate. It really does.
That fish is awesome.
You'll see come this weekend. Definitely is changing.
That fish is awesome. I can't wait for you to go, Vince.
It's got some more brown coming up on it now.
Yeah.
It's brown patches on the side. It went full white to the front of its head, It's got brown patches coming up on the side of its face, and it's also got brown coming into its pecs, which I sort of seen it a little bit, but it's become not huge, obviously, but the cheeks like that either side, and spots into the pectorals either side, matching. Wherever it does on one side, it's mirroring it on the other as well. It's not coming as individual patterns here, there, and everywhere. It's mirroring it, which is
And like I say, if Vince can get some of them fish like he did last year and grow them to how he did, mate, you carry on, mate, because you did a cracking job. On growing them, mate. You'll be proud of you. What you sold, mate. You should be proud of what you sold, because like I say, people who are really happy.
Yeah.
Let's see where we was. It was my son. You have a Facebook, Dr. Holfgast, Skeggy has. Another beer. Stick a marquee up at Daz's Koi Farm for Xmas dinner. Now then, that could be a cold Christmas dinner. But
I think the ladyship wouldn't be happy about that.
Koi Collector says change when water temp drops to 10 degrees. That's when you go for your change, mate. Thinking of that for me, that's 5 degrees off. That's not long at all. I mean,
that's a couple of nights.
Next couple of months, next month, I reckon I'll drop down to 10 degrees.
I
remember right last year.
I'd say a couple of nights up on that hill.
Fly you on there.
I would say a couple of nights. You get some cold nights, that will plummet that.
Yeah, I reckon it will.
I think by tomorrow morning, mate, your pond will be down to 11 or 12 degrees.
Yeah, I'll keep my eye on it. I'll keep you informed. Let you know. You can feed rice to koi, cooked rice, then freeze. Then feed the koi. Also potatoes. This came from a member on a Facebook group. And rice definitely can 100%.
Rice, that would become.
Potatoes a lot of starch content in it.
Starch. I don't know if they can. Can they handle starch?
Don't know. I know some people.
We'll have to look into that, Paul. We'll have to look into that.
Okay. I know you can do rice because Koi Run feeds his fish all the time, regular as well. Fish not rushing for fighting for the food, 100%, Mike. No change. Food. Queenie Jack mix, just feed less and give them a fast week, just water. A fast week, just water. No, but water to eat. There we go. It's still running, deservedly so. That was the biggest bullshit statement I think we've ever had. Skeggy, you've been beaten their hands down, mate. Let's take off that. Let's go back to the banners, and we shall remove that ticker. I'll save that special one for Mick now, whenever he comes out with a statement like that. My fish are up to 6:30 a.m. when the dog is out. Yeah, mine, but straight up out at the same time, first thing in the morning, 6:30, mate, every morning I'm out there. My fish do come up straight up to top, so they get the food, but they're getting half what they were getting last week.
It must be temperature though, because the fish in my tunnel, they're still absolutely ravenous, and they're still charging towards you as soon as they go in.
Inside polytunnel.
You're talking 19, 20.
We're talking 20, 22 degrees.
23 I tested the other day. So yeah, it's pretty warm in there.
Get some good growth in there this year, mate.
Yeah, they've done all right this year. Yeah.
Mike says first feed normally 5:30 a.m. Now they're not interested until later, despite being heated slightly at night. Yeah, it does change quick, doesn't it? Was son celebrating his 30th early as it's today? LOL. Did you get my messenger on Facebook? No, mate, nothing's coming through. I don't know if I've got something wrong with my Facebook. I'll just log out, log back in again, mate, see if it does. You're going to make me smile? Good.
Good, mate.
Just sent you a short video of the camera in the pond at night. Not sure how it turned out. Mate, since you sent me your last link on Messenger, I've had absolutely nothing come through since. spam me with some. Oh. That's the only thing that's there. I don't see anybody else's chats, no nothing. Jeff Lee says, "Hi all, how's it going, Jeff?"
Hi, Jeff.
People were asking earlier, Jeff, who's winning with the biggest fish. I let them all know, gently that you was losing. I hope you don't mind too much, mate. Philippines do that. Hi, Jeff. Twisted Koi says cooked rice.
And pulses, yeah.
I personally wouldn't freeze it. Wouldn't use potatoes. No, I wouldn't use potatoes either, mate. I'm not sure about that. Koi's metabolism slows down 10 degrees, so switch to the wheat germ made it easier on them. If a cold snap happens, wheat germ is okay. Sat in them, unlike a higher protein food, which tends to go bad, and then you end up with gut rots inside of them, don't you? Or intestines. Shredded meat, good option. I've tried apricots, watermelon, and apple. Skeggy is winning now. Mike KH, 22.57. That's his next bid. I use cooked pearl barley in the cooler month.
Yes.
That's good. I've used that for fishing. And
Cooked pearl barley. Mike KH. Pond and Garden says, "Evening, peoples. How's it going, Gary? Hope you're good."
Evening, Gary.
Evening, Gary.
That brings us to the last one, the last topic of the evening, gents, ladies and gents, just in case. And the last one is telltale signs that something is just not right with your koi. What is it that you're looking for? And what's your next plan of action should you see something or strange activity in your pond? Yeah. That's then you, mate.
Nick is the master at recognising faults in fish. If there's anything wrong, he'll know. But clamp fins, listlessness, lack of appetite, heavy mucus on them. But you just get a general feeling when you go in and you look at your fish and you think, no, there's something not right about them. And then you go through your basic, do a scrape, test your water, your basic parameter tests and everything.
Yeah. See, I go on, Mick. I won't. I don't. Sorry, don't want to. You go whenever Daz is finished. You're in next for the answer.
Yeah.
If they hang, they sulk on the bottom, clamp fins. First thing I'll do is water check. Less invasive to scrape, but if there's nothing wrong with the water parameters, then I'll go to a scrape. If there's nothing to do with scrape,
funny as well, don't they, Mick?
They do. They don't swim mechanically sound. The head starts to.
Yeah, it's laboured, isn't it?
It's like moving and swimming through the water is hard work, isn't it? It's they're not doing this with the tail; they're doing that with the body.
Yeah, and the head swings side to side, and you can notice it quite quickly. But no.
And what you were describing there is classic telltale signs, which made me know straight away I got something wrong with my pond. My Yamabuki, head down, lifeless in the water, in that kind of position, not really moving around well. Everybody else were feeding. When I turned and come around to have a look in from the other side, one clamp fin tucked in, and then as soon as I banged some food in, the first thing he was doing, 2 or 3 flashes, I thought, whoa, hang about, that's not right. I thought for a minute he was looking down to see if there was somewhere to eat. And you just keep your eye. It was just hanging there. And he went, well, that's not right. Something not right there. Got him out straight away, did a scrape, flukes. So
the thing I noticed about fish as well is when you feed them, if there's one that's not right, it hangs way back from the crowd.
Yes.
And
that
if he's normally there feeding aggressively, you know there's something wrong.
Yeah. And the reason for this question is obviously Peter, because right now Peter's got some problem in his pond, and his question was straight away, any ideas? Well, there you go, mate. There's several things that you need to look out for and maintain to look out for.
Yeah.
Daily, weekly, check your fish. When you come out, spend some time with them. Don't just wang them some food on and bugger off in. Take yourself out there with a cup of coffee. Drink that coffee while you're eating fish.
Keep on when you feed them. Because when you come up, if they've got mouth rot, when they're eating, it's the easiest way and easiest time to identify it. Because when they've got their heads down and they're swimming about, if it's inside the mouth, you can't see it. But when they're coming up to eat feeding, that's the best time to get a good look at the mouth and check for mouth rot.
Yeah.
Because that's normally the start of a bacterial issue. It normally starts with the fin rot or mouth rot, and then the ulcers come later.
Yeah.
We've got a comment there from Jellybeef to Brown called the Ghostbusters. What are you going to do? Second one there from Koi Collector. Flashing, clamped fins, koi isolating itself from the oven. First thing you do, bang it out, get that fish out, and do a scrape. If your water properties are coming back good, clean and clear, and as consistent, then you're looking more likely that you've got a parasite infection.
Yeah.
And one fish tends to be more affected than the others. The others might have it, and you might just see him do the quick flick with the pectorals and stuff like that, or a flash. Whereas that one particular fish, whether or not he's covered in more than the others, or whether he just doesn't like it as much, or as affected more by it than others, will tend to be a bit of an indicator. You'll see one that's genuinely showing you signs that something's not right. Yeah. Water parameters, I've tend to find that when you've got bad parameters or something's happened dramatically, if you've got butterfly koi, they will get blood running through the veins. One reason why having them in your pond.
Yeah.
They do.
A white Stutz Deutsch goes really patchy and red.
I'm ready, yeah. So there you go, Pete. I hope that helps, mate. I hope there's a couple of tips there that'll give you stuff to look for in the future. And if anybody else's comments that come up, take note, mate, because it's always well worth many a person in here that can give you a lot more of advice as well. Simon Shears, hugging the bottom and not eating. That's a sure sign that something's not right. If a fish is not coming up and he's isolating himself and he's hugging bottom and he's staying down there, if they're all doing it, and likelihood is that you've got an infection or parasite infection throughout them all. Love the Ghostbusters. David Cook says, hello, Gary. When they start shouting kaka 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 tuki tuki tuki. Christy Coy, you get to know how you fish at that, but making a giggle now because I knew what you were on about straight away. You get to know how your fish act and normally can tell there's something not just right. You can, mate, 100%. You get, especially with koi, might be slightly different with goldfish. I don't know if they interact with you as much as what. No, but they genuinely don't interact as much as what koi do. With koi, you'll definitely notice it because they do show dramatic telltale signs when something's just not right. Kushti Koi, Skeggy says, absolutely, Kushti. First thing I check is that the pond owner is functioning correctly. There you go. Test your water. Hello, Gary Pond Garden. Hello, David. I'm winning, but I don't know what I'm winning. That's it. Just know that you're winning. It's always good to be a winner, no matter what it is. Don't tell Vince about butterfly koi. Stop telling that the girls. Sorry, Vince. Other signs include red veins or discoloration as well. I must apologize for my tardiness tonight. Health not doing. Tardiness. Tardiness.
Tardiness, yeah.
Tonight. Health is not doing good. I've been asleep most of the day. Well, if you needed it, mate, best to get it while you can. Hopefully, you're feeling better soon. Ilsley says, good night, all.
Night, Ilsley.
Ilsley. Actually, Bud, thanks for joining us, mate. 43 people have given us a solid thumbs up. So we smashed last week's, which was 40. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate that. 744 subscribers. So the person who unsubscribed probably made another account and resubscribed. Thanks very much. Yeah. I have one guy that likes to keep subscribing and unsubscribing. It's like a yo-yo thing. It's cool. Get up in the morning, I'm up, yay, and back down in the room. That really bothers me that much. Twisted Koi, Sankey rules, they do, definitely. I want my Sankey to get some more Sumi on it.
Oh.
Oh, Mr. Lawson, what a face.
Just a pour shower. That's what it is. Just a pour shower. Come on.
Yes, but what's the first fish to die in a pond, Mr. Lawson? A shower.
Oh.
We don't have to give him. No, we need another one, don't we? We need to make another one. I just thought of another one we can make for you, Mr. Lawson. Another new ticket just for you. Get well soon, Gary, from David. I think Gaz is feeling sleepy. I'm perfectly fine. Daz might be feeling sleepy.
Yeah, my eyes always look as though I'm falling asleep.
I think Paul, the D is 2 over from your G on your keyboard. Edinburgh Coy Pond, Steve says, good night all. Good night,
all, mate. Thanks for watching, mate.
Thanks for watching.
He says good night. Really? Oh, good night, Daz. He ain't gone yet, so you got to return it. Take it easy, bud. That's the end of this week's questions.
Yeah.
Is there anything out there that has got any questions or anything they would like to ask us guys or anybody that they would like to discuss with the group? Anybody else got out they want to bring forward? Speak now or forever. Hold your peace.
What do people turn off in the winter?
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Do people turn off everything? Because normally I keep.
Night, Dave.
Well, night, mate. Normally I keep everything on, but this is winter. No, everything I can turn off will go off.
Yeah, my UV's been off.
Thank you very much, Coach. Appreciate that.
Bye,
good night, all. Take it easy, bud.
Yeah, my UV's been off.
It's been off a month.
3.5 weeks now, smart.
Oh, probably about a couple of months. Yeah, that's.
And my water clarity has not dropped one bit.
No. But do you get a lot of shaded areas in your back garden at this time of year now?
It's open.
No? Still full sun. Still getting a lot of sun on pond.
Yeah. If it's sunny, it'll still get it. As soon as it comes round past the trees, I get it all day.
Yeah. I think I'm probably just going to keep the main pond running with the UV and everything going. And all my fry ponds and such, I'll probably switch the UVs off. Maybe even switch some of the pumps off and just keep the airlines running.
Skeggy says UV, bottom drain air, I turn off. Gary Webb says, I don't turn anything off. The way I look at it is the more you turn off, the more you're shutting down your pond's life support system.
Yeah.
Think of it realistically though, Gaz. Lots of ponds, lakes, rivers, streams have no life support system. They're switched off all year round.
Yeah, and small ponds, what you see, yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of natural little small water sources that have no filtration other than natural rain to top them up, and no air, no aeration, no UV, and they all work perfectly well. But they all have a balanced environment, don't they, with plant vegetation and everything else. So there are different aspects to it. But yeah, you may find this information informative if you have multiple YouTube channels and try to sub to a channel with them because YouTube looks at your IP address. Yep, it don't work, mate. It only allows your one IP address to add as one. And will remove subs. Some subs you did. Well, this is my thoughts. Yeah, it's right, mate. You can only from one computer system, you can only have one subscription, but a mobile phone is accessible different. They work different. It doesn't canon because these days multiple users on an IP address, yes, but different devices that you're normally connecting with. If you had all those accounts set up to one PC and you try connecting them all from the same IP, wouldn't work. I do believe that's right. Anyway, might be wrong, but I don't think I am. That's why I've seen it where my friends have been gaming in the past. They've both been gaming on two systems. One of them got banned for using cheats, and his brother got banned on the same game from the same house because it's the same IP address. So they both got banned. My IP address is a dynamic IP address, so it won't change. It changes every time I reboot the system. Yeah, that's the way you get around it. Or the other one is you can use what do they call them things? Oh, damn it, forgot them.
I don't think a dynamic IP address works like the way guys is saying. What's it called? Charlie Biffy Brown will tell you exactly what a dynamic IP address is.
Now, if you're talking MAC address, that's a different story. VPN, that's the one hurts. Thank you very much, mate.
No, VPN, Visual Personal Network.
How about a VPN? That's the one. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. The word. It does make, says Gary. Slightly off topic, but all the same. We did put it out there for anybody to talk about whatever they want. And VPNs is where we went, and IP addresses.
Yeah.
Hertzcoin, VPN or MAC address. I can tell you this much. Canon lenses and cameras and several others from the same person subscribe to my channel, and I got one subscription from the 10 channels. So
yeah,
definitely doesn't work. So anyway, on that note, I think we've had quite a very successful evening.
Had a good evening.
We did do it well. I think there was some very informative information from everybody, and you all got to see just how we do and what we do with our ponds and what we're looking forward to next year. Sounds like we've got a fair few things in the pipeline for up and coming for next season, and it sounds like we ought to all be thinking about doing a visit.
A nice meeting.
Doing a group meeting. Let's work on it and see what we're going with. I think it'd be great.
Yeah, there'll be no
animosity
and stuff like that.
No, we're not about
that's
that.
what we need to do. I mean, like I say, our community, what we're building, we've got Brett at Kerry Coy coming down. We've got Mike Bass.
Yeah,
come to us. We've got who was that? Who was the winner? Who was the competition winner? We haven't talked about him. Chris.
Chris, very nice chap.
Yeah, Chris Henton come down and joined us, and Colin. And Colin's quite new to the group, and he's enjoying himself and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's all we want. We'll learn off people.
100%, mate. That's how. What's my screen's on the second one? It's frozen. That was weird. Mid talking. Weird. Well, yeah, you're right. 100%.
Yeah,
so
like,
you can all have it.
We all got involved in the grading, and
yeah, that was sweet. Brilliant.
Would go.
Yeah,
and get hands on it with it all.
Yeah.
Let's go through the last few. But before we do, what I would like to say is once again a massive, huge, great big thanks to all those people that have been coming and watching us regular, to all the people that have subscribed and continue to subscribe. It really is appreciated, guys. You are getting me closer and closer. 744 subscribers at present. I'm getting ever closer to the 1,000, which would be my absolute dream now to get this channel up there and get it to it. But again, what I'd like to say on top of that is, yes, a massive thank you to Mick. A massive thank you to Daz. I got it right. Did you see that?
Yeah.
A massive
pleasure, mate.
Thank for covering again while I pop out with the dog.
Thank you, mate.
And for sitting and joining me week in, week out.
No,
so,
we love it, mate.
We'll go through these last few here. Thank you. you, gentlemen. Great talk. Thank you very much, Mike.
Thank you, Mike.
Thanks, Mike.
You guys on Discord after the show, guys. I don't think we will be, mate, because it's pushing up late and I've got to be up early doors in the morning.
Yeah.
That
tired eyes.
You've got Daz has already been fighting this sleep. I think Ed's been going with a sneaky kind of yawn. Charlie Mr. Brown says you're wrong, mate. Device has its own IP, will connect to the router's IP, giving NBY your ISP. Oh, damn, that's a mouthful. Been a good night, guys. With plans afoot, definitely. Charlie Mr. Brown, a dynamic IP is given temporarily by your ISP provider. There we go. Usual thing, if you could do us a huge, great big favor. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. Until next time, guys. Keep smiling. We'll see you all on the next one. Thanks very much for joining us all. Take it easy. Have a good night. Catch you all later.